take it and move on. Do 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 da do da do do do. Yo, Fluffs, what's up? It's good to see you guys. Thank you all for coming. I'm glad you could make it. Vicky, good to see you. Do you have PJ Cruikshank?
Oh, good. That's still fine. Jesus still loves it.
Hey, man. Michael Korn, what's up, Heliocentrism? How you guys doing? And we are live, I think. Yo, Fluffs, what's up? It's good to see you all. Tonight's going to be a very triggersome stream for some people. We've already been having some triggered numpties like Sean Hawkins coming in.
You know, Flatzoid, both you and Dave are just
Get out of my pocket!
you are too much of a coward.
And Craig, FTFE, the Fallacy King.
You stupid woman.
That's gonna be an interesting one tonight. Yo, Fluffs, what's up? It's good to see you all. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you could make it. This is going to be an exciting one. This is part 2 of the Law Lodge versus Witsit debate. Anyway, we have Michael Kahn, Dave Florensol, PJ Cruikshank, Vicky, and Ryan S. in Restream. How you guys doing?
Groovy, sir. Good to see
Good
you.
to see you all. Thank you all for coming. Glad you could make it. And everybody in the YouTube land, hello. Glad to have you all. Thank you for coming. Please hit the likes, share the show, and yeah, let's get this party started. Do you think it will go better than part 1 though?
I hope so.
Oh, you get up to where he gets bent, he just starts losing his mind. You're gonna love that, man. Everybody's gonna love that. Everybody, Robot Polisher, a bunch of people have been clipping that and putting it out on Twitter, everything, man. Aidan's probably not feeling too good about it these days.
Oh no, he's even got called out for dishonesty by deleting comments and blocking people and all this nonsense. So he's kind of in a backtrack mode at the moment. You know, just getting angry at everybody and telling everybody, insulting them the whole time, and running from me like a coward. So yeah, he didn't like my last video I did for him. You know, just correcting him on everything he said. Instead of just answering the question I asked at the end, he just insults me and Witsit. It's like, okay, thank you. But yeah, it's good to see everybody here. Thank you guys for coming. What did the vote say? The vote says Aidan is too scared to debate me. 70% say yes, 7% say no. I think that 7% is obviously Aidan. He probably pressed no. Him and Sean Hawkins. And then 22% say, I just vote because I can. It's good to see you guys. We've got PJ Cruikshank in, Miss Mod Queen B, what's up? Jeff Conkle, thank you. Digital Intel, it's good to see you, man. Sorry to hear about your job, man. I hope whatever happened, you get it sorted.
That sucks.
That sucks. And praying for you, man. PJ Cruikshank obviously in. Mandela Vic Jonathan, what's up? He says he's got a video out where the mountain's over 700 miles away, and it could be seen and calculated that 2 of the mountains was further away from each of them, 216 miles apart, making it 31,000 feet of Earth curve. And you don't see the Earth curve. So that should be interesting. Definitely going to check that video out. Sandra, what's up? Good to see you. Gio, hey, Grizzly Times, thank you for coming. Glad you can make it. Barry Ross, awesome to have you. Norman Cross, good to see you. Jeff Gass said, hey. Gio, glad to have you in. Chilling, haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you too. Ian, great to have you in. Toshiro, what's up, man? Yeah, hit those likes. Really appreciate it. Glad you could make it. And I think that's everybody that I can see at the moment. Okay. So, Aidan.
Gio says Sean Hawkins makes me sad to be named Sean. That's how I feel with McToon.
Toshiro, no, I can't admit Jesus didn't exist for sure because he literally did. It's a real historical figure that existed. There's actual real evidence for it. There's
It's
more
even-
evidence. Let's put it this way to make it more plain. There's more historical evidence that Jesus existed than Julius Caesar.
Or Aristophanes.
And
Yeah.
There's nothing for Aristotle.
not just that he existed, that he were crucified as well.
You know, there's a lot of effort been put, and I think this is very, just like with the globe. I mean, thinks the lady does protest too much.
Too much.
There's been a lot of effort over the ages to discredit Jesus, to act as though he never existed. Really a lot of effort, a lot of publications, a lot of pontification, even movies and shit to try to denounce it. And we don't see that when it comes to Muhammad. We don't see that when it comes to Buddha
Nope.
or Krishna or any of the rest of that. But boy, you really get people freaking the hell out about Jesus.
Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
who
truth
thinks the
and substance. Mm-hmm. The
But
truth
yeah,
and
there's-
substance of.
But there's definitely a lot
Everybody
of
uses
evidence.
it for a curse word as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot more evidence Jesus was a real figure. Even in atheist scholars say it's undoubtable. I mean even Bart Ehrman, okay, he's not a Christian. He's an atheist. He's actually a biblical scholar because that's what he does. But he's not a Christian. He tells you it's a joke to think Jesus never existed.
Exactly.
Every scholar in existence laughs at a person that says Jesus never existed. So yeah, he definitely existed. Okay, you guys ready to get on to the video? Where you go doing part two? Hey, mythical, logical myth. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Glad you could make it. Okay. What else if I share the screen? I wanted to do Sean Hawkins tonight, guys, but I thought against it because the stream would be very short.
Aye. That's it.
Because there was nothing of substance.
No
So I'm
substance.
going to give a huge shout out to Dave because somehow he got it right to make a show out of it.
Nice. Nice. Here's mine first.
Because if you didn't watch the debate, go watch it, guys. Just be prepared to get something to chew hard because it's literally like pulling hair constantly.
popcorn.
Let's put it this way. It starts off with Sean Hawkins, so dumb he doesn't know how share screen works, and he claims to be intelligent. The guy looks like he's got a shower cap on his head. And the whole debate, all he did was, "Nuh-uh, you're wrong. You're a liar. I don't trust you. I don't trust that guy. I don't trust what you're showing me. How you're just wrong." That's it.
Yeah, just wrong.
And
Just
then
close.
shows geometry with a plane and says
Yep.
there is no plane in his geometry. So yeah, that's practically Sean Hawkins, guys.
Yeah, this is sad.
Yeah.
Really is.
Okay. I think this is more or less we stopped last time, 54 minutes. So we're going to go on with this and then take it from there.
Cool.
The values are, right? My point is very simple. Even the globe earth proponents agree that, for example, even the one that's closer, okay, the mountain shouldn't be observed.
No, the mountain
And
should
let's
have
just
about the mountain should have 430 feet of observable peak.
And then we showed that a lie because we looked it up on Walter Business and it's not 437,000 feet. So I don't know where he got that information from. We can call that a lie then, correct?
Aye.
From his arse?
Aye. Yay.
Yeah, from his butthole. He got it from Uranus.
Yeah. So that would be nice, Aidan, if you can actually show it to everybody how you got that. Because when we went on Walter Business Earth Curve Calculator, it doesn't show 400 feet, man.
No, not at all.
I don't think he knew what he was doing.
Okay, but you shouldn't see all the mountains. Okay.
You should see all the
Shouldn't
mountains
see
that are. I mean, you should see what's in front of it, like what's closer to you. You
have
shouldn't
to
be able to
invoke
see. You
refraction.
shouldn't be able to see the very base of the mountain. No, not at all. But you should be able to see the top 430 feet. So that's why I'm trying to find this specific
How
photo.
tall? And you said the mountain was 9,000 feet. So
It's-
400 out of 9,000 is you barely see the tip at all. Now I'm actually.
Okay, this I have to say, Witsit shouldn't have just accepted what he said as true.
Uh-uh.
He said, okay, put on screen, show us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Show us how you got this. Because
Absolutely.
Witsit did make a claim that you shouldn't see it. And then he said, no, let me look it up. Okay, this is what it says. Then Witsit backpedaled and just accepted.
Yeah.
See, so Witsit should have just said, no, show it to us.
That was Chilling was just I just was thinking about that too. It says Chilling says Sean Strocking debunked every video on the Flat Earth app. He debunked
Man, what
every
a joke.
video. Do you know how many videos are on there?
That's
boy.
crazy. Yeah, but that guy's superhuman. He does everything. He's just brilliant at everything, guys.
He's not good at having a wish.
We are not worthy.
Good at Western, like, you know? Nah.
He's still convinced he demolished Brian Leake.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brian Leake. You did an awesome job, man.
Absolutely. I haven't seen it, but I know he would have kicked his ass.
The only thing I would have done different from what Brian Leake was there was, Sean, since you're making a claim orthographic view, it takes perspective into account. Can you show me the convergence, please? The same thing McToon runs away from me for.
Aye.
Now they know they're so scared of me asking, they don't even want to bring geometry up when we debate. Did you notice that, Sov? When you spoke
Yes.
about the rise when they debate us, they didn't even bring it up because they knew I'm going to ask that.
Aye.
And they have no answer to it.
Aye. That's it.
Fucking sad.
Mm.
They're going out they're going by the wayside, dude. I'm telling you right now, it's over. It's over for the Globes.
It's
Aye.
over.
Over for a long time.
Yeah, it looks like tomorrow night they'll be debating FTFE on Jaren at 10 o'clock Central African time, because FTFE feels the need to save Bob from his Coriolis debacle.
No doubt. Mm.
How are you
So
gonna
that's
do
going to
that?
be fun.
That's gonna be like trying to polish a turd.
So yeah, let's
Oh,
put this.
dude.
I don't think Bob knows much, but I think at least he knows more than Craig.
Mm.
So it's going to be bad.
Yeah. We'll see.
But yeah, shout out to Jaren for giving us this platform to embarrass them. Okay, let's carry on.
That's
Throwing
with
the
no
numbers out there
refraction.
off the top. Throwing the numbers out there at the top of my head, right? Because I'm just letting you know with the observation, all the globe Earth proponents ran the math. They let me know what the refraction is, and they're very confident that it's real. They say that the mountains are being refracted up at roughly, a little over standard refraction. And the problem with that is
Yeah,
it
you see, just like you said, Dave, that weird thing he does with his face.
Yeah, that
Every
rabbit
time
twitch.
they say something, it's like looks like he wants to he's spawning into a werewolf or something.
Well, when he got pissed off at me, he puffed out his cheeks like a hamster. It was
Oh my God.
It was like Penfold from Danger Mouse.
Renfield.
But it's crazy.
Very pointless.
it's the silhouette of the mountains. It's just a shadow. It's like you.
Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Do these globers ever get that when we demonstrate refraction, we actually do the demonstrations. We showing it to curve, not taking it away. Why is that? Why does it appear to show curve? Even when they do their fish tank nonsense, with a fish tank with the they're showing it appear to show curve, not lifting it up above a curve.
No.
They demonstrate opposite of what the globe claims. The globe claims the thing gets refracted upwards, when in reality everything gets refracted downwards. So it's quite weird.
walk in front of the light and block it. It isn't the light being refracted, It's a shadow. It's a silhouette, and I can predict it a year in advance. I can tell you when it's going to happen. It's going to happen in September, right? The way I know is because that's when the sun sets behind those mountains, and light attenuates, so you can't see the mountains, right? But then when the sun gets below it, that's way brighter light. Now you can see it through the mountain, through the air, and you can see the mountains predictably. And coincidentally, refraction is just always going to match our
What?
predictions.
The question
This
I
is
have
something
there
I
is,
couldn't get. Okay, this was to be a debate between Aidan and Witsit. Why is this guy's, what's he, a producer or whatever he is, his editor? Why does he keep on jumping in? What's he got to do with this?
Don't know.
He's probably the brains behind the whole thing.
I just don't get it. It's like,
Okay.
oh, Witsit is debating Aidan. Okay, but this guy's the whole time jumping in. He's talking with him the whole time. And by the way, I did tell Aidan, if you want to have a proper debate, we can do it on any platform you want, but it's just the two of us.
Mm.
And you know you'll get spanked. Just the
Just
two of
the
us.
Just
two of us.
the two of us.
And he runs away. His excuses, the reason he won't debate me is because I don't accept Aquinas as an authority figure for the Bible.
No.
That's his excuse, guys. Because I don't accept a Catholic commentator on the Latin Vulgate as an authority for the Christian Bible.
Yeah. That's right. Why would you? Why would you?
Since when does a commentator,
Mm.
a Catholic one for that instance, have anything to tell me what's authoritative on the Bible or not?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Nothing. You haven't. No authority.
He has
Whatsoever.
no authority. Yes,
No?
he can write commentaries on it. He can write books about it. That doesn't
Mhm.
make them authority on the Bible.
No. Not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
how are we predicting that it's going to happen on the specific day?
Oh, how?
Because of the cycle
Because
of
it's
the
a cycle, exactly. I don't know what's a dumb. What's more idiotic? The fact he asked him, "How do you know you're going to be able to see it on that day?" Or we don't understand what you're showing us, because they're both equally dumb. It's very simple. If you got a light source behind something and it gives a silhouette, okay, which is not supposed to be there because it should be below your Earth curve, debunks it. And the fact that we can show it's going there because it always shows on the same days, yeah, because that's where the position of the sun is on that day, because it's a cycle. No, Aidan is definitely a Mason. He's just not representing the Brotherhood really well.
No.
I mean, think about it, Aidan. If we have to go and report you to your superiors at the lodge, they're going to probably give you a stern warning, dude. This is not how Masons act. You're supposed to be acting with cordialness, with high authority, as if you
Can I
are.
just ask you a question?
Yeah.
How do you know he's a Mason?
He's already got his 4th degree.
Yeah, but how do you know?
No, he's outright proclaimed it. He's even got his.
So, like, he could be lying, though.
He
Yeah.
could.
Could be, yeah.
I don't think he's going to lie about that because he's very proud of it.
Well, it's not to brag about, is it? Like, but I'm just saying, how do you know I ain't seen no evidence. That's all I'm saying.
Mm.
I take all
Yeah, I
these
think-
well as so with a pinch of salt.
But I will take it as a benefit of the doubt that he is, because he's very proud of it. I just want to say, Godzilla37, good to see you, man. Thank you for your 5 membership giftings. Really, really appreciate it, man. You are awesome. You rock. Really appreciate it. And everybody that's here, thank you for coming. Guys, 51 people watching. Hit those likes, please. Thank you.
Mushroom.
So we know that, like the sun will set in a little bit of different portion of the sky each day, right? Throughout year, it kind of progresses, right? You have the analemma or whatever. And so on certain days, the sun sets where it goes right behind those mountains.
Right.
From a viewing angle of another mountain across the water.
Got it.
And people travel all around the world to see it, right? It's very beautiful.
Yeah.
But my point is, like, if it's refraction, That's very convenient, right? Like the refractive conditions of that day just so happen to consistently make the Earth look like it's flat, predictably.
Yeah, think about that. If it's refraction causing it, how is it having the same refractive conditions every year on the same day?
Impossible.
Yeah, because refraction's supposed to be inconsistent. It's supposed to change the whole time, but they get it every single time.
Yeah.
The same. Conspiracy music, you're good to see, man. I agree. I don't think he has. Well, he can wear the cross because he says he's a Methodist, guys.
Yeah.
But yet he wants to appeal to church fathers.
Is that what he said?
Catholicism. So that's a bit odd. Because my Bible teaches me not to call anyone father except God. So that's a bit odd.
That's right.
But also the thing that really got me was when he got so triggered with Witsit when he says they're hiding God. Why would a Christian get angry at someone by saying they're hiding God?
Yeah. Why would
You're
he?
supposed to be agreeing with that.
Yeah, because they are.
Paid chill is a consideration, though.
Yeah. It's weird.
He does drunk live streams. Who? Aidan. I'm talking to Grizzly Times.
Yeah, Aidan. Yeah.
Hey, does he do drunk streams? Does he? Is that what you're talking about?
He does. I think he does drink.
Yeah. Wow.
Not sure.
Why? That's crazy. Why would you do that?
I bet that's interesting.
Yeah. He said, yeah, it is. It's him. No way, I didn't know that, Grizzly. Wow. Unbelievable.
But again, guys, he's still wet under his ears. He's very young.
Is that responsible?
And he has a lot to learn.
Is that how somebody who knows so much about the Bible, allegedly, and is a Christian, acts on live in front of people? That's
not normally, I would say.
I'm sorry.
It's one thing to act like that, but I think he's got an ego problem. He can't accept when he's wrong.
He definitely has that.
And he wants to be the guy. I'm the guy. So when he's shown wrong, he won't just concede, okay, yeah, I got that wrong or something. He'll just go to, I have the authority, I have the credentials, you're just a moron, even though that so-called moron just schooled you on the thing you said you know all about.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, hey, Mojo Shop, good to see you, man.
Moomin as well. Hey, Moomin.
Boston Ray.
I'm one mind.
It's good to see you guys.
Advance,
Sure, but from what he was just saying, it's not refraction. It
would have to be.
It's not refraction.
But based off the math he just did.
Yeah, for the shorter number you gave me, the 155 mile, it should be visible even without the refraction. 430 feet of it. Refraction would add to that, of course. But the top of the mountain should absolutely be visible.
You can see way more than just the top of the mountain.
I need to know what the picture is. Like, I didn't know what to look for.
Yeah, like I said, I'll send them all to you.
Okay, Aidan says without refraction about 400 feet. Okay, then I can retract the statement that you might be lying, because I think that's what it might have been showing without refraction. Yeah, but I'm not really sure. But it would be great if you actually showed us all that, though. Ooh. Okay, let's see.
They're actually videos.
Yeah, if you could give the location and the date and the times when the videos were taken, because then we can get the atmospheric conditions of it, we should be able to calculate the amount of refraction that would be existing in that, portion.
Yeah, let me see if actually my Telegram can help me out here.
That'd be great.
Okay, let's see.
Oh man.
Well, yeah, I'm not trying to pull a fast one on you guys. I'm just saying,
I know. You're good.
She's got to say that Grizzly put something in the live chat. I think it's him being drunk. It's a drunk stream of Aidan's, I think.
In the elements.
In live chat element, yeah, I think, yeah.
Let's go and check it out.
Live chat, babe.
Yeah, it's in live chat.
Live chat, yeah.
I'm just quickly going to Element.
Written about a minute ago.
If it would load up. While we're looking for this, guys, if you haven't already, please hit the likes, hit the shares, and let Aidan know we're still waiting for him to man up and come and talk to us.
Look at Boston Ray Mudfloods. He's become a member, so he's checking out all the stickers and emojis and that. Yeah, I did that as well.
I still have to do new update stickers though.
Yeah, by the way, the ones of the globe crying and the globe poo, that was me that made them. They're brilliant, though, aren't they? Love them. I don't want credit. I want worship and praise.
Look how young he was, you guys.
Wow. Wow.
And welcome to the Lore Lodge.
She was very enthusiastic about this.
How many years ago is this?
This was 7 months ago.
Oh, 7 months? Wow, he's gained so much weight. No.
He's about 16-year-old, this kid.
That's what I'm saying. The guy's still wet behind the ears, guys. He's still a child.
Aye, man. Right. He's a snowflake, yeah.
It's amazing what just cutting your hair does, and sitting upright instead of slouching like a little.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know, he's got no cross around his neck there. He doesn't look like he's being very. You know what I'm saying? His posture's all different. It doesn't look like he's Christian-like. You know, I think his Christianity is I think it's an act. Yeah.
I wouldn't say. I would say yeah. He believes he's a Christian, but he still has to come and explain to me how he can be a Christian and a Mason at the same time, where they totally contradict each other.
You can't. You really can't.
Like I said earlier, I take out this with a pinch of salt.
Aye, man. Yeah, definitely, dude. Definitely.
But it's just
facial hair, and that makes me deeply unhappy. I can't tell you why I'm lacking facial hair yet, but it's a very cool reason. And for the record, I'd love to tell you why. I'm just legally not allowed to. I thought that today we should talk about...
Well, he's over 21 at least because he's got alcohol there.
Yeah.
So.
Transitioning from a female.
Yeah, but you know here, he actually does look like Daniel Radcliffe.
He's got Daniel Radcliffe.
Looks more like Daniel Radcliffe, yeah. I know.
In Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah. Old Parry Hotter.
That's just one thing I wish that I had, because I like our sandpaper. I mean, I can shave this morning. By tonight, I got sandpaper already.
I could shave every day
if I just don't shave for a week, I like. My brother, he doesn't need to shave. It takes him like 3 months to grow a little bumfluss moustache. But I lose my hair on the top, so I don't get that. But let's just see.
Was a very fun topic, something that, you know, just really gets you in a good mood.
Gets you in a good mood. Is he getting drunk? Let's get to if he gets a bit drunk, maybe. He's getting halfway.
Oh, you're lost. Let me help
There's
you.
nothing more funny than watching a 21-year-old get drunk.
Totally faceless terrain with no trouble whatsoever. It was just this innate sense of direction. Like, it's really incredible. It's impressive, and it drives me.
It's impressive. Okay, cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I'm so impressed.
So, did he put in 1 or 2? Did he put in 1 or 2? To Vicky, I'm talking to Vicky. Oh, just 1. I thought he put in 2. Okay.
No, just 1.
Right. So later on, he must be drunk later on.
Okay, but let's carry on.
Let's do it.
That's actually true, Moomin. Yeah, I got good testosterone levels. So I'm definitely a man, guys. I know I'm
definitely
a man.
grows faster.
Oh, jolly man.
At least I know I am a man. Proud to be one.
No, there's no men nowadays. You don't get men nowadays.
Proud to be a man.
Don't stop misgendering everyone. Come on, stop it. Come on. Use my proper pronoun.
No, you have to ask.
You got to ask me first what it is.
What's that, dress wearer?
Roger Ledwell, thank you for your $2 super chat, man. Really appreciate this. He is afraid God is a flat earther.
Yeah, God is a flat earther. He made it.
Actually, yeah,
That's
God's
a good point.
definitely because he created the flat Earth, so obviously it has to be. Thank you very much for the super chat, man. Appreciate it.
The Hulk's hairless. What are you talking about?
Okay, let's carry on. To get through.
Globe Earth model for sure. I talk to people that are like obsessed with proving the globe. Trust me, and like I think truth doesn't interfere investigation. I try to still man the globe. The still man of the globe in this, whatever the values are exactly, for sure, is that the mountains were refracted around the globe in all three.
See, that I don't agree with it. You don't have to still man the globe. Okay, you don't have to. Maybe unless they ask you to do it, it's fine. But if you don't have to do it out of your own, let them just dig their own hole. Let them make a claim and back it up. You don't need to steel man the position for them.
No.
Unless it's really necessary.
No, definitely not.
So that's the way you do it, guys. I got the girls out picking mulberries out
Mulberries, that's brilliant, man.
I almost cut it down. It started growing up out of my holly tree in the middle of it, and I just got lazy and didn't cut it. I was going to cut it down. I didn't know what it was, and then I went out there, and it was just covered with mulberries. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, bonanza.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, let it grow.
So you're making jam out of it?
Yeah. Gonna make some jam.
Nice.
Man.
That'll be nice.
So one thing
you can believe that if you want
the
to.
only my issue is that the only example you've given us turned out to match what we said.
Why? Because you said so. Okay. Because you said so.
No.
You gave us 100. The only numbers you gave us match what we said they would say.
And notice that Taboo Conspiracy showed those numbers don't match you. Notice the numbers I gave also don't match what you said. And we showed it on screen. You didn't.
You're saying that you'd still see 400 feet of the
430
curve, and I'm
feet.
just I'm spitballing the numbers. Like imagine adding like 15 more miles.
Well,
I'm just kind of guessing the
400
number.
feet of the mountain.
But it doesn't even matter. Like 400 feet of the mountain of a 9,000 foot.
Mythological Myth says, shall I debate on behalf of the anti-theists since they won't show?
Someone needs to.
But that's the thing. Everybody always wants to talk a big game. The Globers, the atheists, all of them want to talk such a big game, but when they asked to actually defend it, they run for the hills.
Yep.
And that's sad. It's really sad, guys. There's just no what can I call it today? Kahunas. People don't have the kahunas today to just stand up for what they believe. They just buckle. They can be keyboard warriors, but that's where it ends.
They have no huevos.
Yeah.
Mountain is not a large percentage, so you're just going to see like the peak of the tallest part of the mountains. Canigou, the tallest mountain, is around 9,000 feet, right? Which means you're not going to see all the other mountains around them. You're just going to see the top 400 feet of the tallest mountain. That's not what we see in the observation. We see the sunset behind an entire range of mountains, and you see much more than just the peak of it. And the official globe position is that the mountain's being refracted up, and sometimes it's seen for sure. Sometimes it's seen where the entire mountain should be below the horizon. And like, it's okay. Like I said, they claim it's standard refraction. It bends around the globe and just the rate matches the globe or whatever. But to me, like, let's just use some common sense. You can book a flight right now for September. And as long as it's not super cloudy, you can go look at the mountains set behind Canigou, and you can reliably see them from behind the curve.
Yeah. Which is against the globe because it's supposed to be below the curve. And every year at the same time, you see the same observation, showing then it's not refraction that causes that. It's there physically.
And to me, it's absurd to think that the refraction is just so happened to consistently show us what looks like the Earth is flat, and then lifts the mountains just enough and then stops.
But if
it could be right in front of us.
I see this. Gianna says, anybody seen Neil deGrasse Tyson short vid talking to a woman abandoning gravity theory? What? That's awesome. No, definitely want to watch that. We should try and find that.
Good old Neil.
Flat. I mean,
But
that's
if the Earth
insane to me.
was flat, then you would be able to see it, what you're describing, every day of the year.
False. False, because we have things like refraction. Remember when we demonstrate refraction, it takes it and looks like it's curved? You know? You don't always have clear days. We have opacity. We have fog, clouds, rain, dust. There's so many things to contend with. Angles are limited. I mean, what's so hard for these people to understand? You got so many variables. It's not going to stay the same. You know. When I was thinking now, Dave, when you put that pick that thing, I was thinking of Megamind.
Yeah, right. Those things fascinate me. I got about 4 of those things. I got 2 little battery operated ones. I've got 2 big ones. I use it all the time to show, like, I got like a fluorescent light bulb, and I'll just put it somewhere near it, and it'll start lighting up. And people are like, what the fuck? How's that doing that?
But
People are
True,
so silly.
it's good to see you. And yeah, appreciate everybody in my chat, by the way. You guys are awesome. It's so cool not to have these trolls, yeah? Because they were really just always negative.
Ain't nobody need them.
That isn't true, though. So think about this. So even in the globe model, right? So if we think about it from a globe paradigm, you can't see the mountains until the sun sets behind them, right? So
Wait, what?
you can't see the mountains typically on these days. You can't even see the mountains until the sun gets behind them. Because when the sun creates the silhouette, you can see the mountains. But before that, you can't even see them. The reason is because light gets absorbed into the air, to the atmosphere, right? So like it's called attenuation. So it's just kind of like how if it's foggy, you can't see as far as if it isn't, right? So the light's going to get absorbed into the medium, and it doesn't make it to where you can see the mountains.
Is that the right way of putting it?
The sun is so...
Sorry?
Is that the right way of putting it, saying the light is absorbed into the medium? Is that an okay way of saying it?
Yeah.
Is that okay, the way of saying that, yeah?
Yeah, it's fine to say it that way.
Yeah,
It
the way they
sounds
explained it.
a bit strange to me, that's all. But yeah, if it's fine, that's cool.
Because he could have also used the inverse square law of light.
Right.
And they're using the attenuation based on the medium that it's in. So yeah, it's fine. Grizzly sent a video. Let's see. Oh, that's that other.
Nice.
He showed quick. Then we're gonna go on with Aidan.
Social media, blowing it up. Is this what you do?
That's what I do. Yes.
So you have thought about what would excite them visually and intellectually. How much of this world is empowered by chemists?
Okay, so we'll definitely have to check this out sometime. I'm just scared we go totally off topic with this.
Yeah, just good.
But I'm going to save it.
Yeah.
See, the bookmark.
Watch later.
Bookmark. It's there. Thank you very much, Grizzly. I'll definitely check it out. Maybe we can even do a stream on it or a video or something.
That'd be cool.
Okay, let's carry on.
bright though, right? So when the sun gets behind it,
Oh
it
yeah,
adds
Sean
all
thinks light
this
travels
new
forever,
information,
guys.
like way brighter light, and it can make it through the attenuation of the atmos. And whether it's globe or flat, both explanations are the same there. Because like obviously, if we can't see on the globe until the sun gets behind it, the same thing is happening, right?
Well,
like
that
the light's being attenuated.
Just really quickly, that confuses me because as the sun reaches lower in the horizon, it has to go through more atmosphere, which would then cause more attenuation. And so, I mean, I understand what you're saying here. To me, it sounds
but it's beyond the mountains that's not supposed to be seen. Do you understand the issue here? The attenuation is behind the mountains, so it's not really going to matter much.
sounds less like the light would get more intense because that's not what would happen. It sounds more like because of the absence of the light behind the shadow of the mountain. it's a lot more visible because you're dealing with sunlight and attenuation versus no sunlight at all. It makes it easier to see it because of that. But I don't understand how it would be the opposite scenario, considering, on either model, as the sun is dipping towards the horizon, there is more atmosphere that it has to go through.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah, the more atmosphere it gets through, you get what we call magnification as well. So that was also cause things. Roger Edel, thank you for your $5 super chat. He says it keeps growing larger every year, just for the pictures. What keeps growing? It keeps growing larger every year. But thank you very much for the super chat. Really appreciate it, man. Just like she says, Roger, you rock. Thank you very much for your super chat.
Mine doesn't grow every year. It just stays the same size. It's not fair. Sorry.
Mine grows every morning, but it doesn't get much bigger.
Is it possible that gravity doesn't exist?
You have to think about it, though, right? So the light is actually when we just look out and we see the mountains, the light is reflecting off. The sun's coming to the mountains, then reflecting to us, right? So by the time it reflects and gets like diffused reflections off the mountains, it comes to us. It's decreased in like magnitude a lot, right? Like the strength of the light has gotten a lot less by coming down. The sunlight's coming down, reflecting off the mountain, and then back to us so we can see it. In this scenario, the sun is in our direct line of sight behind the mountain, so we're seeing the actual source of light as opposed to the reflection of the light.
Thank you for your $5 super chat. Godzilla 37 says mine gets smaller. You just want to be different, don't you? Thank you very, very much for the super chat, man. Really appreciate it. You rock. Ooh. No, gravity can't be proven, but thank you very much, Godzilla. You are awesome.
So it's way stronger. And yes, it's in the dense part of the atmos, but the light always is, right? Like in this scenario, we're looking at the mountains through the most dense part of the atmos anyway. So it's just it's a line of sight with the sun as opposed to it being up here and reflecting back down.
Thank you very much for your Chennai support, Godzilla. Really appreciate it. What were you thinking? Thank you for the $2 super chat. Really appreciate it, man. You rock. And then Roger Ledwell with another $2 super chat says, the imaginary ball. Definitely. Yeah, it grows. It gets smaller every day. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. You guys are really, really blessings to this channel. Really appreciate you guys. Do you guys have anything to say before we carry on? Because this part of the discussion was quite boring, to be honest.
I'd just like to thank all the super chats. That's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Definitely.
I think I've typed Roger, you rock more than I've typed anything else.
Did you hear that?
That's so true.
Better be careful. He might use that against you.
I'm going to have to go this way. Go with you rock. Roger, you rock. Thank you guys.
Yeah, muscle
We're
memory.
going to do it one more time. We got to do everything in threes, remember?
No, I've already done it.
You should just put it in our clipboard and save it.
I can't though, because I do it on my phone.
Apparently, yeah, but I get a clipboard on my
When
phone.
I type, like your name,
Yeah.
I have to type the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right, you do.
Even like when I put.
She doesn't. She's got an iPhone, a good iPhone, but it doesn't have a clipboard. No, you like where you can save things in a clipboard. It doesn't have that option.
So everything I write.
Yeah.
It's not nothing I can.
No, she can't. Yeah.
Fill.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
So when I put usernames and
things like that, she types them fully. Yeah.
I have to type
the full names. Yeah.
It's fine. I like it.
Well, shut up and stop complaining.
I'm not. Roger, you rock more than
I'm joking.
Well said, sir.
And like I said, this is the same on both models because you can't see the mountain until the sun gets below it. And the reason I brought that up, though, was to kind of address your idea of like, well, shouldn't we always see them if the Earth is flat? Most people don't really think about or know about this, right? It's called attenuation of light. It exists on both models. You definitely would not see forever if the Earth was flat. The light attenuates.
So real quick, I would like to shift gears a little bit here just in terms of atmospheric elements, because that reminds me of something that I saw a little bit earlier, which is, so I'm very amateur into meteorology, partially because I like to spend a lot of time on the water, particularly on the ocean, and it's very important to understand how meteorology works in that regard, because not only,
So I guess he's really debating this guy, right? Is that what's happening?
I've posted Grizzly's link for that shot in private chat.
Anna, you're saying gravity might not exist as a fundamental thing in the universe?
I'm saying gravity might not exist as a fundamental thing in the universe.
Wow.
Man, Janet.
Let's keep that between us.
No, yeah, don't let-
Everybody up.
How's that? Let's keep that between us. I wonder why someone would say that, guys. Yeah, remember, we agree gravity is not a fundamental force because it's never been proven to be a fundamental force. Hey, what's up, Al? Good to see you, man.
You didn't hear that? You didn't hear that because I don't want to turn on the internet. You know there's no such thing as gravity now. You know that, right? Channel 11 told me there's no such thing as gravity.
So I would say there is such a thing as gravity. It's just if we imagine quantum interactions like...
Then you're contradicting yourself, woman.
Right, absolutely.
There's no such thing as gravity, but I think there is such thing as gravity. That's called contradiction.
Well, it's kind of gravity, but it's not. Yeah.
threads sewn between quantum interactions. Out of those threads, like embroidery, from a macroscopic distance.
Oh, she's almost like doing string theory. Yeah. But yeah, she's trying to explain it in the quantum way. That's what she's trying to do.
That imagery, that kind of spiral thing she had, that kind of look like the Mandelbrot thing, you know? You know what I'm on about? The Mandelbrot?
Yeah. But you see, she's trying to fit in quantum mechanics with it, and that's why she's doing what she does. It's there, but it's not there. You know what I mean? Because it can be simultaneously existing and not existing at the same time. That's quantum gravity. Ooh.
Schrodinger's box is basically what they're doing. Schrodinger's
might
cat.
look like there's a black hole event.
Yeah, the box.
That horizon, for instance, out in space-time. But if I look very closely, I realize, oh, it's just sewn together quantum entangled threads.
Janet, you're saying nothing is real. Yeah, man, is love real?
Reality.
Well, love actually shows science to be beneath supernatural, just to let you know.
Flatzoid.
Yeah.
Sorry, Roger wants to come in, but there's not room. Do you want to do the Discord for him?
Can probably do Discord for him. Let's see.
Is that all right, Roger? Because it's full. It's full at the minute.
Let's see. Live stream chat. There we go. Live stream chat is open. There we go. It's open for you, Roger, if you want to come in. I'll probably have to send the link again.
Yeah, he does. He wants to go in, yeah.
It's good to see you, by the way. Good to see everybody. Cogda's right there. Exactly. Thank you for your $2 super chat. Sandra, really appreciate it. Says Cogda's right there. Definitely. Really appreciate it. You rock. Sandra, you rock. There we go. This is Sandra, you rock. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's finish watching this quickly.
He isn't overrated, but realism is.
Janet, you're saying...
Yeah, okay. Exciting stuff. Thank you. I'll definitely go through the whole interview, the full one, and check out everything she says, because I'm sure it goes into much more detail.
Things can happen very quickly, but it's also just generally preparing for it and understanding why things are happening quickly and things like that. But just a little brevity on that. One thing that occurs on the Earth that we see in hurricanes and typhoons is hurricanes. I believe it's in the northern hemisphere, especially around the Florida area, because we see them a lot in that area given the atmospheric conditions. They spin, I believe.
I don't know. He's going to want to go to the Coriolis.
Oh, no doubt.
Understanding what Coriolis is. Hi. Hey, Roger. What's up, man? Good to see you.
Not much. How are we doing today, guys?
Good.
Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, man.
I got nothing to do.
But good to have you here, man. Glad you could make it.
I hate restream.
I know it doesn't work well with you at all. Don't know why.
I don't know why.
But yeah, speaking of
Discord's working.
yeah, Discord works perfect with you. But speaking of Coriolis, that's what I'll be debating FTFE tomorrow night on around this time, in 10 minutes this time tomorrow. I'll be on Jaron's debating FTFE on Coriolis. So that's going to be quite exciting because he thinks he needs to somehow save Bob from his debacle when he debated me. So it's going to be funny.
Bob really needs a savior, right?
Yeah. Too bad he's
Bob's
trying
one of
to
his trainees, I'm sure.
What makes
bad he's
Nick
trying
think that he can actually help him?
That's what I'm trying to say. It's sad that he thinks he can help him when he knows less than Bob, and Bob doesn't know much as it is.
Yeah, that's it.
Whoopi didn't help him.
Yeah. Okay. Let's carry on.
Clockwise in the northern hemisphere, whereas typhoons in the southern hemisphere, which it's another name for the same, weather event, spins counterclockwise. And the globe model attributes that to the Coriolis effect, which is due to the Earth as a globe being, spinning on its axis, and the equator being slightly larger, things like that. All those little details taken into account. Because of the way that the spin affects the atmosphere, it causes a divergence in atmosphere.
He's just making shit up. Where do you fucking ever see that ever take place? Look, I can take this globe that I have, because I love showing people how ridiculous this shit is. I can whirl that motherfucker around as fast as I want to. And you know what? The air around it's not going to go with it at all.
No.
I want to see.
Well, but you need gravity first, though, remember?
Oh, yeah.
It'll affect the air, but it won't stick to it. It won't stick to it at all.
I think Sean's live failed. He was supposed to go live at 3, and it didn't go. Still waiting for him. And the last chat in there is from Real Cygnus, and it says Rutro. So he's either been apprehended by law enforcement officials, or he failed to get his technographical deformations figured out.
Okay, we've shown this before, guys.
Oh, yeah.
This is why we have air currents. This is why we have the hurricanes to the north and to the south. Because it moves through the air current and it moves over the ocean with the topography of the land, which gives it, remember, it starts as a cyclone, and then it moves on to land and becomes a hurricane. The air is already moving in that direction because of high and low pressures, and because it's being pushed with the wind in a direction thanks to the topography. It has absolutely sweet bugger all to do with Earth rotation. Even though the globe wants to claim this, it's not demonstratable. Okay?
I've seen it happen in real time myself.
Yeah.
I'm going to show now a little experiment he's going to do to show cold and hot. Remember, heat rises, cold air drops. So it's going to take place and create a low pressure system and cause an air current to move through like this. As the cold air drops, it sinks, it forces itself through to fall there as the heat rises, and it goes through the cycle over and over again. And that's exactly why we see wind. That's it, wind, guys.
Right.
There's no such thing as a Velcroed atmosphere. Wind. But watch this, guys.
So I have sinking cold air over here. I have rising warm air over here. And as that warm air rises, this sinking cold air sweeps in and takes the spot of the rising warm air.
So in other words, displacement.
If only we could see the air moving. Like if we had.
Don't you find it odd? Displacement kind of makes the world go round, quote unquote. Everything works
Displacement
with
makes the
displacement.
world go around, the world go around, the world go around. Displacement makes the world go around.
Yeah, everything works with displacement. But
Here we go around the mulberry bush.
to answer that guy's question on the Law Lodge, this is why we see hurricanes, mate. Okay, this is the actual reason why we see hurricanes. Demonstratable.
So we actually have wind happening through this tube, but we can't see it. Enter our smoke stick.
Yeah.
So now we're going to introduce some smoke and see if we can watch how the air moves. So here we go. Bring my smoke stick in. Get this thing charged up.
Just have to pause now and then because you know how it works at YouTube land because we're doing commentary. Thank you, man. What causes the wind? In other words, what causes hurricanes? High to low pressure systems. There you go.
And I'm going to put it here.
Yeah, it's pushing it through.
You should be able to see.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I actually have a small current of wind moving through my tube.
So it's not going down, guys. Why is gravity not pulling that down?
I wonder.
Why is gravity not pulling that air down? No.
Weird
Thank you, Smart Queen Bee, for your Chennai support. Really appreciate the £2 super chat. You rock. And now we have to do
rock.
There
She
we
said,
go.
You all rock. You all rock.
Thank you, Sandra. You rock, Vicky. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate the Chennai support. Thank you very much. So, guys, that's how we see it.
You can see the smoke. Just follow the wind current through the tube, and as it comes out over here, it's rising. That is how wind works.
That is how wind works, exactly.
Air conditions based on its direction and distance from the equator. And that causes the varying rotation that is consistent in the northern and southern hemisphere of these large weather systems.
I'm sure people have even shown that hurricanes do sometimes go in opposite directions past the equator. I mean, you get twisters and stuff that go different directions too. So, yeah, it's just quite rare. But like I said, the reason it goes in that direction is because the wind is pushing it in that direction. Has anybody managed to show us wind sticking to objects yet?
No.
I mean, air sticking to anything yet?
If that were the case, though, wouldn't there just be like one big giant hurricane and one big giant cyclone?
Yeah, absolutely. The Earth would be in the middle of a big, big hurricane.
It's crazy. Because they love claiming that somehow air sticks to objects when that's literally goes against what gas is. Gas cannot stick to objects. But that's what they want to claim.
Yep.
So, is there any flat Earth argument to explain that phenomenon?
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's important to understand the variables from the other side. So we can lay this out. I'll do it pretty quickly. So, like, for example, the spin of the Earth, right, is actually the spin of the universe, right? The sky spins instead of the Earth spinning, right? So this generates real inertial forces. So you will have, like, forces generated if the whole, like, sky spinning around you, right? So keep that in mind.
I'm going to have to disagree with Witsit there.
I didn't hear what you said properly.
He's saying the reason we have like hurricanes and stuff is not because the Earth is moving; it's because the whole sky is moving. And that's generating forces to mix the air.
I think he's trying to fill in the gap of people asking, well, what works? What makes it do that? You know, you might be trying to fill it in.
Yeah, the way he's making it sound is the same as the globe, just reversed 180. So I wouldn't agree with that. I would answer just like we just showed. Hot air and cold air.
Yeah.
You know, that it's just the movement of wind. That's why we got it, because that's
What it
how
comes
gas.
down to.
Yeah. Because it almost sounds like he's trying to push the ether into it.
Yeah.
Right.
Riley Studios, thank you for your $2 super chat. Really appreciate it. Says, keep up the good fight. You'll rock. You rock too, man. Thank you very much for your super chat, Riley. Appreciate it. Now just waiting for
No doubt.
Thank you
No
very
doubt.
much.
Literally, as he said it, I was typing
No
it.
doubt.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Look, that's prophecy. You got the gift of prophecy, dude. How did you do that?
No, I just.
Could that be something to do with something having a pattern, like the sky, the sun, the stars, a little like that, you know?
No, I used the globe model to predict that.
Of course you did.
I got a great example of a hurricane.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
I was a kid, I was in the Carolinas, and they had a Hurricane Hugo, and it got pushed in the shore and shut over the land. It went 200 miles in and became 1,000 tornadoes. And went through my yard. And I was sitting in the truck the whole time when it happened. But yeah,
That's crazy.
it had nothing to do with gravity. It had everything to do with topography that made all of it. The wind pushed it all inland, and it destroyed the entire town of Charlotte, Gastonia, where I was at. We were stranded for like 2 months without real water or power, electricity, anything. The really cool thing was every state around us sent in all their utilities and got us back up and running again, brought us water, and just showed that people aren't really bad, during a situation like that. It was a pretty awesome thing to see. But yeah, I don't think gravity had anything to do with it or space. It was the actual storm that hit the shore and drove it in there, and it became thousands of tornadoes.
Exactly.
It was really weird.
It's amazing how it breaks up in these little tornadoes.
It did.
And they claim.
Go for a test.
Yeah, but I mean, they're claiming mass attracts mass. So if that mass is already attracted, that mass is that large tornado, why would it break up?
It's not like you making up stories, dude.
Yeah,
It really
exactly.
does. Gravity.
Gravity, anti-gravity.
Turn out.
Also, you have
Refractive
the
gravelax.
sun before tilted. You mentioned the tilt, right? So we're on a tilted axis in the globe model. On a flat Earth model, the sun is just at an angle, right? So the sun itself is at an angle, and the Earth is horizontal. And then the globe says, well, it looks like the sun's at an angle because we're tilted. So you keep that in mind. It seems like as the sun moves in and out, and
I also just disagree with that. What? The sun doesn't look like it's an angle. What's he talking about? He's trying to make it say that the sun's looking like it's at a tilt. No? Has anybody seen the sun at like an angle tilt?
No.
All the time. No, all the time.
You mean like an ellipse or what the fuck is he talking
No,
about?
it's
How can a circle
ridiculous.
be tilted, dude? Come on.
Ridiculous.
So yeah, I don't agree with that either. What's it? Sorry, man. Would like to see this, but nah. The only angle we see is the measured angle to the sun.
If you tilt a circle from your perspective, it'll turn into like an oval shape. You know what I mean?
Turns into an
You
ellipse.
tilt it until it's a line. Yeah.
But yeah, I've also given this up to them before. I think Dave McKeegan, when he says, "Ooh, we got the Earth at a tilt at like 22.5 degrees," and you're like, "How? You guys don't claim an up and down in space. You claim there is no up and down, so you can't have a reference to an angle for an axis, because then you're giving an up and down to the globe because it's in reference to the globe, up to the sun at a horizontal plane." So they debunk themselves when they claim an axis angle measurement, because then they are giving an up and down to the globe.
and its angular relationship to the Earth, that it's like the flow, the energy flow from the sun can directly affect the Earth at the angle at which it has an ecliptic path over top of us. And when it comes to the overall rotation of the universe, I don't want to get too technical, right? But that generates like inertial forces. So you would have centrifugal forces, right, with the angular momentum of the universe spinning around.
Sorry, what's it still? I know you're trying to push the ether stuff here, but this is not helping you, man. No, there is no inertial forces because the sky moves up. And okay, the only inertial forces you have is with the wind, the actual air moving. Okay. The movement of the moon and the stars and the sun have nothing to do with the inertial forces we feel on Earth with Atmos. Nothing. He's literally taking what the globe claims, saying it's wrong, but claiming the same thing, just opposite.
Yeah, well, same way you debunk what Globe claims, you debunk that claim.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd be seeing like clouds following sun and moon about all the time.
Exactly.
That's funny. You know what? You're right.
It's how hard is this to understand? Gas doesn't stick to objects. There is no such thing as Velcroed air. Why do people fight for Velcroed air?
I don't understand it. How can you think that? Like, how? How? That's not the behavior of gas to
No.
stick. Like
Gases
Velcro.
don't
That's
bond
ridiculous.
to one another. Yeah, gases aren't bonded to one another.
Yeah. Ridiculous, man.
And yes, Sean, gases are unbonded. The only bonds they have are on a molecular level. Dipshit.
You had to get that one in.
That's why I always have to clarify. I always say that. I say, you know, when I'm in this, I say the gas molecules are not bonded to one another.
He doesn't understand that.
He's like, oh, they need molecules.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I just Googled gas. Gas is bonded, so you don't know what you're talking about. It's like, dude, gases only on a molecular level bond. Okay, they don't bond to one another. I can't have CO2 bonding to oxygen, can I?
No.
Can I just say hello to the dude with the brilliant name, Delayed Flat Can Shank. Excellent name. Excellent name. Love it.
Put a steen on the end of that.
You would have
Did he have a shank on the end?
So, not to be confused with the globe version of Coriolis, which is an apparent deflection because the Earth is supposedly spinning, but an actual Coriolis force, which would be twice the magnitude, which would create an inward force, and then you would have, people call them
this is what
Euler
I'm saying.
forces.
This is where he should stop because he's trying to. He fell for the trap of let me make a claim now, which they didn't make a claim, and now he's trying to answer that claim, which he made, which he didn't need to in the first instance. So, yeah, Witsit, you should have just kept him and say, okay, you've made a claim now, back it up. That's it. Simple as that. You made a claim that gases can Velcro to the Earth and the Earth's rotating. First of all, you haven't shown the Earth is rotating. You're just begging the question. And you made a claim gas sticks to objects. So would you be able to demonstrate that? That's all you had to ask. Instead,
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, and instead he did was, let me do what you just did. I'm going to do it on myself. Oh, so it's not the Earth moving, it's the sky moving. So let me put the burden on myself, and then we try and explain to you how it's supposed to work. No, sorry, Witsit. That was wrong, man. What's up, Angela, baby? Good to see you. Woohoo! She models that merch really good. Yeah, guys, she's got some awesome merch, and she does an awesome job modeling it. So thank you very much, Angela, for buying the merch. You were awesome.
She doesn't have.
She's a real ambassador for the merch. Let's put it that way.
Oh, absolutely. It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
If you guys want to, you should actually subscribe to her on Twitter. She makes, I don't know, I keep getting hungry every time I look at her profile there. She shows like cookies.
I'm like, look, Sean Alkey's probably turning into a fat ass by now. I know she's always cooking stuff. She's always cooking stuff. And poor Sean Alkey, he ain't missing a meal. Not so ever. I just don't know how Angela stays thin like that, man. She's obviously feeding that to other people. She can't be eating that all herself.
Satellite and stuff. We won't get into that. But long story short,
Instagram,
there are little forces generated on a stationary Earth.
Instagram,
as
sorry,
the sky
not
spins
Twitter.
around it.
Instagram. Sorry, Angela.
Stars in the sky, and the sky spins around it, creating real forces. The sun's at an angle, and it has real forces as well that are going to interact with us in relation to that. That's going to give you all of the weather patterns that we have, and then the globe interprets it through the lens of, oh, well, the reason there's a tilt is because we're tilted, right? The reason that there's a spin is because we're spinning. And so they just attribute the effects to something different. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I do have one other question and thought.
Okay.
It's similar to this. So I want to get a preface of your understanding before I ask the question. So in terms of the atmosphere, since we're on that topic, how does that separate in your version of the flat Earth model from ground to atmosphere to space of the universe? Because I just, I want to clarify that before I ask my question.
What? There wasn't even a coherent statement question. Let me just go back. Did you guys hear that straight?
In your version of the flat Earth model, from ground to atmosphere to space of the universe? Because I just, I want to clarify that before I ask my question.
Yeah, good question. Like, basically, how do you have a gradient?
Yeah.
There we go. Thanks. You told him what it is. Gradient. Well done. What's it? The other guy says from ground to air to space. What the? Oh man, that's crazy. So in other words, how do you have a gradient? Oh, I don't know. The fact.
One question.
Yeah.
We're gonna have like filters.
Oh, you broke up, mate.
Can you hear me, Butler?
Yeah, you broke up. Say again.
Sorry, hold on. We would have tilted time zone on a tilted Earth, right?
Yeah, tilted Earth.
Still breaking up?
No, you're fine. But what about the tilted Earth though?
Yeah, you would have. It would have.
Robot,
No,
Roger.
45 degrees.
Totally robotic.
I'll swap out my headphones.
Sorry, man. Okay, but anyway, it's simple, guys. The reason we have pressure gradients is because we have containment to have the gas in the first instance. If you don't have the containment, you can't have the gas to have the gas pressure gradients. The reason we have gas pressure gradients is because of it's a dynamic system and it behaves just like gas should in containment in a dynamic system. The difference is the globe claims you don't need containment for this gas. They want to jump straight to pressure gradients without having the containment
in the first place, which you need fast.
Yeah, so
Fast
he's trying to
and
reverse
fast.
he's trying to reverse the burden onto Witsit.
Wow.
So all the Glovers know, okay? Just so all the Glovers know, the reason the Earth is on a tilt is because there's this big stick going down here through it. Okay? It has this stick that's running up through it. If you go to Antarctica, that's what they're hiding. That's what they're hiding. That's why you're not allowed to go there, is because you'll see the stick.
That's why, because you'll crash. You crash into the pole. You just figured it out, dude.
Oh, of course. Yeah, and if you pull the sticks out both ends, and one jumps at one side, one jumps at the other, you can meet in the middle and have a dance because you'll just be floating about that.
That's how the ISS orbits, guys. It follows that pole.
Well, think about this ridiculousness, right? So if you had a hole going directly through the globe like that, and you dove in, what would happen?
Exactly.
I mean, once you got to the middle, would you like go up now and then drop back down? Would you keep doing like a yo-yo back and forth?
You go.
Best. Yeah. Aidan is running. Yeah. Go ahead, Roger.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, what I was trying to say earlier, we would have tilted time zones if we had a tilted ball.
Yeah.
I want to reiterate this with the time bandits when they started doing it. Yeah, it doesn't work at all. There's 45-degree seasons they get, and then we'd have like off time zones everywhere. They'd be all like candy stripes, but
Yeah, exactly.
that's all.
Yeah, it's correct, and we don't. The globe just, I don't know. There's so much things in the globe that don't make sense, but they still push it there. Dr. Bass, he says, I think more accurate statement would be Aidan is too much of a crybaby to debate you. Yeah, he's a coward. He's making excuses not to debate me. You see, I don't think he wants to debate me based on just my channel small. No, I think it's because he's too scared to debate me. Because how I saw this the last time he came on my channel, he came with his small channel. He didn't want to expose me to his large audience because he knows he's going to embarrass himself. So, yeah, the reason he's running for the hills is because he can't debate me. Aidan, I'm saying it straight out, dude. You're scared of me. You're scared of what I can present to you because you know I know a lot more than you do. And that's unfortunately a fact, man. Yeah, I don't know everything, and I don't know probably with the historical stuff based on your medieval stuff. But I definitely do know more about the Bible, as shown with my last video, which you still haven't gone actually answer the question I asked you, and which is sad because Joe from Etherworld literally answered it straight away after the video finished. All I got from you was insulting myself and Witsit.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Hey, when he got done with this, man, that guy that's with him had to grab his arm, calm him down like he was having a spaz fit.
Wow.
Exactly.
Can't we skip to where he gets triggered?
Oh no, it's still far away. There's so much to get through.
Second, man.
Still very far away.
Go.
Yeah, so obviously we would say that the antecedent to gas pressure
Hey,
is
Ulrich,
a physical
good to see you,
container. The globe kind of claims, well, no, it's not true. Ours is gravity or whatever. And it would kind of be the one exception. We can't replicate it, whatever. Special pleading is what I would say. But long story short, so I would say...
I figured why he does it with his nose the whole time. He's got a booger in his nose and he's scared that we're gonna see it like they did with FTFE. So that's why he always does this thing the whole time.
Wishes he had
gradient
some
is change in pressure, right? And so that's delta X. And so you need X to have the delta X. So you need the gas pressure to have a change in the first place. I would say that's our argument. Most people kind of divert to gradient. Not saying you're doing that. Obviously, you're just asking a question. So anyway, I would say that we have, for one, it's relative density layers, right? Obviously on a space. So like they sort out based on density. And so then the question would be like, well, what is density? What gives something density? What gives something weight? And these are good questions. I could answer them all. Density is compactness of matter. So there's an electrostatic bond that holds them together. Weight is mass times gravity. So that's volume and density times the fact that things fall down at an average. All electric. So I don't want to get too in the weeds.
Yeah, this is him pushing electrostatics again. Yeah, you have electrostatic bonding between molecules. That's about it, Witsit, but I'm not going to agree that's what gives the direction. I'm not going to agree with that because the direction can be explained simply by the displacement. That's it. What's all the ones going in chat? Hey, Brian, good to see you, man.
Skip it to where he gets triggered.
Oh, you guys want to go there?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's a roundabout.
Otherwise, you're going to end up having to do another show on it.
No, but don't you want another show on them?
So fast about like how would they lie? Why would they lie? That is
I
a
wouldn't
meta
like
thing.
that one,
Yeah, it's meta.
Oh,
I
yeah.
get that's a question. It's kind of like it would be like, oh, here's a video of your
It's-
girlfriend cheating, and you're like, no,
think
she
it's
wouldn't do
irrelevant.
that. You know, she loves me. She's met my family. I'm like, dude, I don't know why she did it, bro, but like, here's a video. You would obviously look at the video first.
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
do
he's
think
already
it's
getting
probably a
irritated.
good
See his face.
question.
Yeah.
So, they were a minority, even if you believe in the story. So you kind of shifted it over to like more of like a Greek centric. They were the smartest people type of thing, but that can be debated and argued. Of course, I think that they were crazy and oftentimes into pedophilia, right? So I don't put them
Exactly
above
what's
anyone
crime.
else or anything. I think their arguments were actually fundamentally fallacious. Right, Aristotle thought that since the moon looks like it's a sphere, the Earth must be one. He said, "Oh, since ships disappear, the Earth must be a sphere." These are terrible arguments that
Terrible.
like a child could disprove now with binoculars, right? So,
Well, how? Because ships do disappear over the horizon.
Yeah,
Just listen to this, guys. Ships do disappear. He actually concedes that the Earth curve is not physical. By the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Listen to Aidan of the short female neck.
They disappeared. Say they disappeared to the naked eye, which is that's all Aristotle would have had, right?
Well, yeah,
So
but then he went and there was more to it. He looked at the stars and he said, "Well, there's stars I can see from Alexandria that I can't see from Athens." Sorry, not Alexandria. It would have been too early. But there's stars I can see from Egypt that I can't see from Athens.
That's called things are too far to see.
Mm.
To make it a globe, it just means it's too far to see. You're not going to see my car in the next town, let alone 3 streets away.
If you drive it there, you will.
Vicky. It's like, this skips the good shit.
And,
Whatever he's smoking, really.
it's a song, isn't it? Let's get to the good bit. I don't know what song it is. It might be on an advert.
I don't know. Oh, good. Sure that.
Therefore, the Earth must be round.
I have also
you're
brought
diverting. That's
I
called a
have-
red herring.
Well, I have also used.
I mean, what I was trying to get to the bottom of was
Really quickly,
when
really
did the lie start?
quickly.
That's what I want to know.
Wait.
Address that comment. I have personally been on a boat out several miles with binoculars and a telescope, just for the purpose of trying to find like whales and birds and life in order to find fish.
So looking for birds and whales and stuff with binoculars now makes you an expert on seeing things bottom up obstruction of an ocean. You're on the damn boat on the water. How do you expect to see bottom up obstruction of that boat? Does that make sense? Maybe if you climbed off the boat? Maybe if he climbed off the boat and then he went to the beach and tried to watch that boat with the binoculars, maybe he'll get somewhere. Hey, LJ, thank you very much.
Driving the boat.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, LJ, for your $2 super chat, man. He says Witsit has more testosterone than them two combined. I would actually agree with that, to be honest. Thank you for the super chat, LJ. You rock, man. Yeah, look, to be fair, Witsit still did a brilliant job. I think he did great.
Oh,
just some things he was just a bit too, but he fell into that trap of let's just have a discussion, not really a debate. If he was in his debate mentality, it would have gone much worse for them.
He even says that, like, if I'd have been coming at you in debate mode, I'd have crucified you, like.
Mm-hmm. And I was hoping that would be that way, which he should have actually done. But I've realized Witsit these days look very much more laid back.
Yeah.
He's very laid back these days. He's not really like trying to be cutthroat as much. Where me, I'm on the other hand, if I get to a debate, I'm all gun blame. I don't just put my guard down.
Well, he even says later, he says, I know that my audience and stuff is going to be on me about why didn't you rip him up about this and why didn't you rip him up about that? He said, listen, I've been trying to be nice. I've been trying to be cordial, and you got triggered, bro.
Yeah, even after he got triggered with him, he was still nice to him. He's still polite. So yeah, shout out to Witsit with that. He really, his behavior was very
Excuse me.
Aidan was being a pig, to put it lightly.
Yeah, he's a hamster.
Yeah.
An angry rat.
He was angry.
Movement said PG has a big fizzy drink. Yeah.
Because you drinking out the bottom.
Yeah, it's Diet Coke.
And
Diet Coke.
Kept with his
aspartame. I didn't like it.
Maybe he would say that he was like bewitched and he can cast spells like twitching his nose and shit.
I personally keep note of when I can see. There's 2 specific towers in one of the shorelines that I go to, and there's also water towers in each town in South Jersey. And as I go further and further out into the ocean, I lose sight of the houses, but I can see the water towers and the tops of these 2 towers.
I wonder why.
Wow.
Would it because the water tower is high and the house is low?
I gotta go pee.
Oh no! That doesn't mean it's a globe, by the way. That just means it has gone out of view due to many optical phenomena like angular compression,
Angular compression.
Diffraction, refraction could even cause that. Limited angles. Damn, dude, this is like stuff that's been explained to you many times. What's so hard to understand?
It's refracted gravillax, man. I'm telling you.
Definitely.
On the shoreline, and when I take the binoculars up to my face, I can read the I can read the letters on the
Yeah.
water towers. I can read the names of the towns.
Yeah.
But I can't see the houses beneath them because of that curvature.
Not curvature.
Oh my god.
Oh man. It's called limited angle.
Notice how there's this haze too. See that haze that's between the observer and that mountain in the distance? You see that haze? That just gets worse as you go with distance too. I don't know how they don't understand that shit.
Yeah, the
You know,
more you
you
look
should be able to see the Eiffel Tower from New York. Why? Why would you be able to see that? That's stupid.
Dave, have you ever gone scuba diving before, but in the dam?
In the what? In the
In a
dam.
dam. Yeah, in a little dam or something.
In a dammed up area?
Or
yeah,
a lake.
I'm sure
In a lake.
Yeah, with a snorkel. Yeah,
And it's a bit murky.
Yeah.
You struggle to see far.
Yeah.
The deeper you go, especially the deeper you go, the light is becoming less and
yeah.
less as well.
Yeah.
That's practically what you see with far distances, globies.
Yeah.
You have things. This is what Witsit was saying earlier. The continuation of the light, it gets dimmer. Okay.
Rivers
And
are
before-
a great example
yeah.
of that. Rivers, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what's so hard to understand. The people just don't understand you have optic phenomena when you look through air.
You're
The more you
looking-
look through, the
You can see through a pane of glass, but try to look through it on the edge. Same
you can
material.
even do this. You can even do this. Put a pane of glass like this far from your face, okay? And you can look. You can sort of see. But now move further and further away. The further away, the less you can see through that same pane of glass.
Yeah. Wow.
But this is why I say, Aidan and whoever this guy is, your producer, whatever, you guys are ignorant to the subject. And I did warn Aidan before he went on with Witsit many times. You better do your research on the flat earth stuff because you will get ripped apart. He didn't take that seriously, did he?
No, he's got a lot of hubris. He's really arrogant and unwarrantedly so.
Uh-huh. So yeah, again, Aidan, why are you running from me from a debate, man? You're supposed to be this intellectual. You're supposed to be able to teach me how to do stuff. I mean, you got credentials.
And he twitched his nose and said,
What was that? Refracted gravillax?
That's what you think.
Yeah, but what would it be otherwise? Because that's a direct, comparison. It's like I've used telescoping and binocular instruments on the ocean, utilizing directional sources to guide myself home, so that way I know the correct inlet I need to go in home. When I can't see the islands, but I can see the structures on the islands that stand taller than the majority of those structures.
Yeah, you can see things from further away when they're taller on a flat Earth as well, and you can see further when you get higher on a flat Earth because of your angle of view changing. As
But I'm
to
only
why
6
is
miles
the, why is the
away.
bottom? As
You're only 6 miles away. Then you shouldn't have any Earth curve.
No.
Do you know what you just did? I'm only 6 miles away on a boat. So that means you're at least 2 meters in the air at 6 miles away. You shouldn't have any Earth curve, you dupe.
Not very much.
You need to do something. Oh, we have to do this again. Back to Walter Bislin's Earth curve calculator.
Oh,
no.
Whoa, what the hell?
Okay.
What the hell?
Standard refraction. The units, we're going to probably have to go to miles and feet again. He said he was how high? And well, we're gonna say he's 2 meters high, correct?
Yeah, he said he was well high, a little bit stoned and drunk as well.
How much is 2 meters in feet, guys?
About
I don't work with feet.
6.6 ish.
Okay, we'll just do 6.7. How's that? Okay, target distance, he says 6 miles. Let's see. Target lift to the horizon 1.8 feet. Horizon lift 2.2. Target refraction angle, blah, blah, blah. What should be... Where's the hidden? Hidden. 3.5 feet, guys, should be hidden. Is a house 3.5 feet tall?
No.
Much? I don't think so. I just want to say, Roger Ledwell, thank you for your $5 super chat, man. He says, I went through his channel and he seems to be after Tatarians. Oh, yeah, he's after anything that he doesn't agree with, mate. But thank you very much for your super chat. Really appreciate it, man. You rock. Thank you for your super chat. So, I wish Dave was here, but he walked away. Let's see. Maybe Ryan, are you able to talk? Because Ryan knows feet. Probably not. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm here. I'm sorry.
Can you tell me if 3.5 feet is a lot?
No, no. That's like half the height of me. I'm 6 feet tall, roughly. So I would be half that. Yeah.
So can a
It would be
house
half my height.
So would a house be hidden if it's 3.5
No,
feet?
maybe the foundation would, but that's about it, brother.
Yeah.
Maybe the porch, but yeah, the rest of it should be visible. I would say.
Let's put refraction off then. Let's put refraction off then. Maybe there's no refraction that day. 5.3 feet without refraction. Would that be enough?
That'd be to my neck, bro. It'd be up to my neck. That would be like it'd be up to the doorknob, maybe. If the house had a foundation underneath, like a subfloor, then it would probably be about the doorknob. So yeah, you'd see the top half of the house for sure.
Okay, so it definitely won't be blocked by earth curve.
Even short houses that have flat roofs are at least 8 to 10 feet high. It just depends on the structure and whether it's on a slab or whether it's on a raised. It just depends, but yeah.
Okay, so sorry to break it to you, man. You debunked your own argument just by giving the things that you said.
So specifically, why is the bottom of the object sometimes obstructed? Well, you would have to get into what's obstructing it. It's typically the horizon, right? You think the horizon is the curvature of the earth, but the horizon is not the curvature of the earth, and we know it's not the actual location of any type of curvature because it changes. It goes up and down. You can't go stand on it. It moves throughout the day. I can pull out infrared, and all of a sudden it changes. I pull out infrared, and all of a sudden the horizon is in a different location. I can see further. I can see more things at the bottom. That's because the most dense part of the atmos is at the bottom. We lose most of the information at the bottom because it's more dense. It's hiding the light. And the horizon's an apparent location. The ground ramps up, begins to converge to the sky that ramps down. If something's higher up beyond that convergence point, that is the horizon, you can still see the top of it. And there's obviously Rayleigh's criteria is also involved here. The angle of view from your eye level to the bottom of that object in relation to the top of that object is different, and that's relative to reception and propagation angles.
There we go. Because you want to look where he's actually getting triggered, so we're going to move forward a bit more.
Do not understand a single word there.
Nope. This is why they said, "Oh, he just did word salad." Literally, they just think he did word salad. No,
no, it just means they don't understand what the hell he's saying.
I think we're going to make this very clear for all you anti-flat earth globers. Just because you're dumb and you don't understand the words doesn't make it word salad. It makes you stupid.
That's a good way of putting it.
Okay, we got 89 votes so far. Aidan is too scared to debate me. Yes, 67%. No, 18%. I just vote because I can. 15%. Guys, we got 39 likes, but we got 66 people watching. Can we please hit the likes if you haven't already? It really does help the channel grow, and it will help you guys to keep up to date with the content, because then YouTube knows you want to watch the content. So please hit those likes. It really, really does help, guys. Yeah, Witsit needs a translate for dumb globers. I agree. The problem is no one can talk dumb globe. Thank you very much. Okay, I think let's try and forward it to where he's going to start getting tricked, because that's what we actually look for.
Cool.
It's around about here then. Well, let's try around about here.
Even in the Torah, there absolutely was a Torah.
There was.
I want to get to where it was around here.
It's more weight than.
Okay.
You're muted again.
Sorry, I locally mute. With early church fathers, that isn't true.
Yes, it is. Augustine, Tertullian, Eusebius. I mean it.
Yeah. There are many writings that they very specifically describe Hebrew cosmology and firmaments. There are some people that think the Earth's a globe. We don't have to get into all that though, because it doesn't really matter. It doesn't. If you're appealing.
Okay, let's go a bit further back. I think this is cool.
You can see all of the buildings, and sometimes
why? Why is it so close to each other?
And really, most Christians, because the Christian Church was teaching this, can you believe the Earth to be a sphere?
A little bit about Aquinas' element on that, just before.
Well, Aquinas went back and was like, we know this through natural law, we know this through Aristotle, we know this. It was in his commentaries on Aristotle that he said it. It's not in Summa Theologica.
Commentaries, so not authority on the Bible. It was someone's opinion on what he had. How can I put this? It was his opinions.
Theologica. But Aquinas is saying the Earth is round. The Earth is a sphere. It's a ball.
And for those who may not know,
Aquinas is the 1200s.
Who is Aquinas?
Thomas Aquinas is. You could.
Was. He's not alive. Past tense.
He's an asshole.
Yeah. Thomas Aquinas, guys, was a commentator on the Latin Vulgate. He was a Catholic priest. Okay. He commentated and he preached Catholicism. The Latin Vulgate is not the Bible. Okay? Roman Catholicism is not Christianity.
No, it is not.
So if you're claiming Roman Catholicism is Christianity, you're more than happy to come debate me on it. I'm sure anyone on my panel will also debate you on it. We're more than happy to do so, to show you it does not comport with Christianity. Okay? Yes, original Catholicism and Orthodox was Christian-based in the beginning, but as soon as Catholicism became Roman Catholicism, it is no more Christianity. It's pagan-based. It's idol worship. Okay? Yeah, Aquinas is only an authority for Roman Catholics, not Christianity. That's my whole point, Al, exactly.
They call him the father of modern theology in the Christian sense. He was a priest. He's a saint now. Wrote extensively some of the most...
You see, he was a priest and he is a saint now. Do Christians have saints?
No, you're not supposed to.
No. Aidan, you are debunking your own argument when you told me Aquinas is an authority for the Christian Bible.
And he did say that. He argued with you on that point.
And that's the reason he's making an excuse he won't debate me, is because I don't agree. Aquinas is not an authority on the Christian Bible.
Exactly.
Where he's literally making my point now on screen. Well done.
Very dense Christian philosophy texts and theology texts that you could possibly read. Reading Aquinas is a slog. It is a chore. I recommend it to people who are genuinely interested in theology, but oh boy, does he say a lot. But my point in saying that is,
Yeah, he does say a lot. He does say a lot that's literally heretical to the Christian doctrine. So you might want to actually understand the stuff you read.
Breadcrumbs leading back suggest that the educated world, and particularly the Christian world, have believed the Earth to be round back to ancient Greece. And so
False. False. Roger Ledwell, thank you again for another $2
What's
super
he
chat.
talking about?
He says Aidan equals mom's boy. I agree. Hey, Ellen Norshan in the house. What's up, man? But yeah, no, that's a false statement, man. Thank you very much for your super chat. Even Aristotle had dealings with Jews, and the Jews at that time had the what is the word now? I said it before the stream. Not the Torah. The Torah and the Tanakh was actually based on it.
Pentateuch.
The Pentateuch. That's
Pentateuch.
it. Pentateuch. They had the Pentateuch in that time. Okay, the Pentateuch was there. Yeah, so they knew about it. They knew about the Hebrew cosmology. Okay, when was Moses born again? Long before Aristotle.
Long time ago. Long time ago.
Yeah. That was when the Hebrew cosmology was conceived.
Right.
When God orally gave him the Hebrew cosmology.
Yeah.
Okay. The Torah was orally brought through the generations until I think 130. I think it was like 135 AD or something. BCE. Let me just make sure my dates quickly. The Torah written. There we go. 539 BCE. They said probably 430 to 350 BCE the Torah was written. That's long ago, man. He wants to make it sound like the Greeks were like these intelligent beings that just knew everything because they believed it's a sphere. And no, sorry, man. The Hebrew cosmology is older than your beloved Greek sphere pushed. Yes, you had a faction of the Greeks who believed it's a sphere. It doesn't mean it was a sphere. It doesn't mean anybody thought it was a sphere. The guy really should get his facts straight. But yeah, I'm going to be making a video on all the dates that the claims he makes on this because he got those wrong too, by the way. Oh, shocker.
the Christian church obviously starts 33 AD. The entire time, the majority opinion within Christian scripture, not scripture, I shouldn't say, but within Christian commentary, within Christian writing, the church fathers, all of these people, the general consensus amongst all of them, but with the exception of like half a dozen, is that the earth is a sphere.
That's also blatantly false. Look at the last video I showed. The Torah specifically talks about the earth as stationary, immovable, enclosed, aka flat earth. The Tanakh, the same. The Bible, the same. Till this day, still the same. You are talking out of your sweet little ass. The only ones pushing it as a globe are the Jesuits, the Roman Catholics, not Christians.
And Hogwarts.
Hogwarts? Yeah. Huff and Puff. Well, yeah, which house would you guys say he belongs to? Because he doesn't look like a Slytherin kind of guy. He looks like a Huff and Puff.
Slytherin, definitely.
No, man, he looks more like a Huff and Puff. He looks, kind of chubby and geeky.
Yeah.
So
I guess right.
Asking, where did the lie start and who started the lie?
I told you. Where did the lie start? The Jesuits. When exactly? We don't know. We weren't there. And who started it? The Jesuits. Using the, how can I put it? Influenced by Shaitan. If you know your Bible, you'll know we fight. Remember, I asked you a question at the end of the video, Ephesians. We fight not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and dark powers and rulers of this world. Didn't God say that when Satan fell, he became the ruler of this world? And he does everything opposite to what God.
An inversion. Yeah, absolutely. An inversion.
So there you go. There's your answer, Aidan. Clip it out. Debate me on it if you want to. Make a video about it if you want to. There's your answer. I don't know why Witsit couldn't give that answer, to be honest, but I just gave you the answer.
You're muted again.
Sorry, I locally mute. With early church fathers, that isn't true.
Yes, it is. Augustine, Tertullian, Eusebius. I mean, it. Yeah.
There are many writings that they very specifically describe Hebrew cosmology.
Did he just say Josephus was a church father? Well, I
think he lumped him in with him.
What?
Yes, it is. Augustine, Tertullian, Eusebius.
Eusebius. Is he meaning Josephus? But that doesn't matter. But if he is, it doesn't. That's wrong because Josephus was a Jew. He wasn't a Christian.
I mean, it. Yeah.
There are many writings that they very specifically describe Hebrew cosmology and firmaments. There are some people that think the Earth's a globe. We don't have to get into all that though, because it doesn't really matter. It doesn't. If you're appealing to the philosophy of a theologian in the 1200s saying that the Earth's a ball, and then you're saying,
Austin,
some of the early Christian.
Austin, you're running away from the question. You are running away from the question.
You're not letting me.
Austin, I've let you talk.
See, now I starting to get triggered, guys. He wants Austin to answer, and he's trying to answer, but now he's talking over him. This is the true Aidan, guys.
Because it's a challenge to his perceived authority on the matter. Okay. I've been to school and somebody gave me a paper and said I'm smart. How dare you question what I put forth? That's what he's doing.
Exactly.
His ego, this kid's ego is massive.
Exactly. So guys, now you're gonna see him get very triggered. Watch this.
At length this entire time, you have said a number of things that I know are patently incorrect, and I have let you say them because I wanted to let you get your opinion out. No, I can't. The point is, I wanted to let you say them. I wanted to get to the bottom of the belief here.
Yeah, right.
But what I want to know, being as I'm a historian, I'm not a physicist. We've made our argument. We have an hour-long video on it.
Yeah, he's a historian based on medieval times, okay? Can anybody tell me anything they spoke about tonight, was it medieval?
No.
So, wrong time era. So you're a historian on medieval times.
Medieval. Lovely. Brilliant.
That's
fantastic.
Weird.
Yeah, Moomin, put Mentos in that bottle. Yeah, no, I've never done it yet. I won't mind trying it though. Never done it. But that's
because last time I checked, Aristotle wasn't in the medieval times, or Jesus wasn't in the medieval times.
Jesus in the medieval times. Wow.
This is why he's so in love with Aquinas and them, because they were.
Yeah.
way after the time period you just talked about, mate.
Yeah, no, his hubris is amazing. It's amazing.
But he's got the credentials, guys.
Oh, of course. Right.
Yeah.
Going through the proof that the Earth is round. We have done that. We have discussed it here. You and I and Aidan we've butted heads.
You and I and Aidan. You are Aidan.
Disagreements over what the facts are.
Aristophanes proves the Earth's a sphere.
He just talked to himself in third person. You and I and Aidan.
And then, what's the other dude's name?
Is he also Aidan? I don't know.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
You guys looking at him. Look, what the hell?
He's like, dude, chill.
You know what? You know that look he's giving him. You know when
Yeah.
you got your wife or something, and she's like looking, she's like, maybe you should just chill, kind of thing.
Mm.
That's the look he's giving him.
Yep.
Like, you're embarrassing us, honey. Just shh.
Completely uninformed.
Because Eratosthenes does prove the Earth is a sphere. You yourself at the beginning of the
You
show,
don't understand basic logic.
The Greeks did logic. I thought they were a bunch of useless pedophiles, Austin. Anyway, moving back to what I
See how
actually
Rudy's getting. See how Rudy's getting. See how Rudy's getting, guys.
Wow.
And where did you get that? I thought they were a bunch of useless pedophiles. I don't recall him saying anything.
Never said that.
He
Never said that.
At all.
I mean, I think that they were, but you know, that's beside the point. I mean, it's where did he get that from?
It's crazy. No, he made it shut up. But that's what he did even when he came here last time, remember? He just tried to put words in our mouth.
Yeah.
Roger Little, thank you for your $2 super chat. He is definitely on Witch Hunt of Light Your Crochet. Exactly. Thank you very much, man. You rock. Appreciate everything. You are awesome. On a torch. Yeah, light your torch. Okay, I don't know what is right there, but let's go.
I asked
straw
you.
man.
That's
The
what
straw
you
man.
just said 5 minutes ago.
No,
What
he
I'm
never
trying to
said
get
that
to
5
here,
minutes
and
ago.
I'm
That's a lie.
frustrated because you've been running away from it the entire stream. Is
You keep interrupting me.
I didn't.
go
I
answer.
asked you when did the lie start, and you said it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
It does matter.
It doesn't matter when it started, though,
Mm.
because that's not what the argument's about. The argument is they are lying. Not what doesn't matter when they started lying. The argument is they are lying.
It's just
When you-
misdirection. It's just trying to obfuscate.
Yeah, think of it like this way, okay? If we're going on a field trip, guys, okay, and the field trip is going to happen. But the reason we're going on the field trip is to learn about animals at the zoo. And then the guys come and say, so can you please tell us when this field trip has to happen, you know? Because it's like, no, that's not the point. The point is we want to know what we're going to learn on the field trip. When it is secondary. We just want to know what we're going to learn. There's a specific reason we're going. But he's arguing, no, tell us when are you going? Instead of, we just want to know why are we going there? Why and when are two different things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another £5 super chat from Miss Smart Queen Bee. Really appreciate it. She says, Chennai support. Roger, my phone screen will have indents from the typing after all your super chats. Roger, you rock.
That's wicked. That's brilliant.
Thank you for the super chat, Miss Smart. Really appreciate it. You are awesome. But yeah, he gets really triggered, guys.
That's not what I said.
You said
So
it doesn't
what I was
matter.
actually saying, what I was actually saying was that what certain people thought doesn't matter, okay? And that's just a fact. If you want to talk about logic, it's called an appeal to consensus. You're appealing to consensus over and over and over, appealing to the authority of the philosophers. Now, as to where it started, we've already addressed that. Supposedly, according to the mainstream history, is that some Greek guys proposed it. They were not even the majority in Greece, okay? That's
What
a
is your
fact.
evidence for that?
What is evidence for that? Simple. Can you show that it was the majority? No, it wasn't. It was a little small faction of Greeks that believed the sphere is a perfect shape. So therefore, the gods had to create a sphere.
The rest of the Greeks were going, hey, did you hear what those crazy fags down there at the bathhouse were talking about? What a bunch of lunatics. That's what most of them were doing. Not just because there was like, here's some obscure guy here's a guy that we found that talked about this. And it means that all of Greece thinks that. That's like thinking everybody in the United States is, for Joe Biden, because after all, he's the president, right? I mean, it's the same freaking logic. You find one person and that represents everybody, or you find 5 people and that represents everybody in an entire nation. Come on. These people never really held any place of prominence to begin with, only in the minds of people that have promoted them over the ages, if they even existed.
Uh-huh.
Bunch of damn liars.
Okay, I got something quickly on screen. This is for you, Aidan. I want you to read this. The Greek mythology, the world is flat, and Atlas in fact supports the sky on his shoulders, not the world. The sky was a big inverted dome with the stars hung on it. Ptolemy proved that the world was round. The medieval view of the flat world comes from the biblical literalism and Genesis. Like Greek mythology imagines a flat world covered by a dome.
Flat.
Like
Flat.
Greek
flat.
mythology.
Do you think you could do you think you could blow it up a little bit so he can see it? Because it's even on the TV, on the big TV, you can't see what it actually says because it's small. If you want him to see the actual,
there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Nice one, dude.
So there we go.
Just so he can see it if he actually
In
watches,
Greek mythology, So just pay attention. In Greek mythology, the world is flat.
It broke.
Yep.
Didn't he just say the Greeks believed it to be spherical?
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, something wrong there, isn't there?
Wasn't it first? The Pythagoras cult wasn't he like kicked out of Egypt and went to Greece, or it was something? He was kicked out of one place and had to go to the other. I think he was kicked out of Greece or out of Egypt and went to Greece, and that's where they were introduced to this guy. Am I correct on that?
I think so, yeah. But it was literally a small faction cult that, how can I put it, were ball lovers. Okay, let's carry on.
The entire writings of leading up to that, most of the philosophers in Greece, when the first spherical writings were introduced, the other philosophers that were with them didn't agree with them on the idea the Earth is a sphere. I don't remember all their names, but I guarantee you I've read all about it. And if every single...
It doesn't matter who, Aidan. The point was they believed it to be flat. It was a small faction that came in later on and said it's a globe. Just because you had some philosophers that thought it's a globe doesn't make it a globe. That's his whole point.
Greek philosopher believed the Earth was a sphere. It wouldn't prove the Earth's a sphere. And this is one of the craziest tactics I've heard. Majority of the world thought the Earth was flat. And what you did to bring up history is say, but Greek were the ones that were really educated, so they're the only ones.
No, that's not what I said. I said the first people to say it were the Greeks.
You said.
Wait, I was going to say that. He did say it as if the Greeks were this intelligent and no one else is educated. He did say it that way, by the way. He made it sound like the Greeks were the intelligent people and everybody else was just stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he's been taught.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I mean, there's a lot of emphasis on these Greeks in the academia. I mean, take a look. You got all your fraternities. They use Greek alphabet to denote their fraternities and all this other crap. I mean, it's really, I don't know why, but there's a real heavy duty emphasis put on Greece at these colleges and universities.
Well, there were a guy around 500 BCE called something like Anaxagoras, and he claimed that sun were small and local.
But you see, I just don't know why they always want to appeal to these people as if they are like some authority that just proves it's a globe.
I know. Yeah.
All the other civilizations, but then you're trying to tie it into a consensus
in Western
at the
thinking.
same time, which is
in Western European thinking.
Who cares?
I do, because we're talking about this right now. It's my show. So what I'm asking you is, when did the lie start, and who is lying, and why?
Well, for one, the Greeks specifically didn't believe in the Bible, and so they had
there was no Bible yet.
They had much different. No. Like even in the Torah, there absolutely was a Torah.
There was a Tanakh.
There was a Tanakh. No, there was the Pentateuch. The Tanakh was not there yet. Oh man.
Been smoking
See,
rat shit.
this is the historian, guys. This is the historian claiming that Tanakh was there.
Weed. Shit on the stick.
Oh man.
Boy, smoking rat shit.
Yeah. But he says it with such confidence.
Oh.
Yeah, the arrogance, the level of arrogance with this guy is just over the top, and it's so unwarranted because you just smack at every turn, you know.
That's right. That's right.
He's used to being a know-it-all.
But
There's Torah and Tanakh.
No,
yes,
Torah
yes.
is in the Tanakh. It's what the TA are for. What I'm
The Tanakh came after the Torah, by the way. The Torah is the Old Testament.
Right.
Okay? He's claiming that Tanakh was before the Torah.
Wow. Oh, come on, dude.
Tell us you don't understand Hebrew literature without telling us.
asking you, because now you're diverting yet again, the Jewish cosmology was not well known within the Greek world of the 4th century.
Aristotle literally knew Jews then. Literally knew Jews. Aristotle. Woo! Does this guy think Jews came after Greeks? He does know that the Jews were before the Greeks, actually. I mean, when did the Greeks actually start becoming Greeks, if you think about it? And we look at like the time of Moses and really odd stuff.
Well, to be technical, I
want to see, when was the first Greek?
They may have known Hebrews, but not Jews.
I
mean, back that long ago, because it's like there's a lot of people that say, well, you know, Jesus was a Jew. It's like, no, that's not correct. He came from, it's the Jews were actually, they came from Judah.
Yeah.
The blessing was passed to Joseph. Judah was bypassed because it sold Joseph into slavery.
That's right. Yeah.
But anyway,
all right.
I might have to rewind it a bit more, like that. There we go. Traditionally, the ancient Greek period was taken in beginning with the date of the first Olympic Games in 776 BC, but most historians now extend the term back to 1000 BC towards the beginning of the Greek Dark Ages. So when was the first Greek period? About 1100 BCE. Okay. When was the first Jew? There. Judaism, about 1800 years BCE. So that's 700 years before. But Moses led the Jewish people to Sinai approximately 3,320 years ago. So the Jews are older than the Greeks, mister. So the Jews were around and more well-known than the Greeks. Just because they wrote in Greek, because that was the popular language of the time, doesn't mean they weren't Jews. Doesn't mean they didn't know about the Torah or the Pentateuch.
Yeah.
Sad. This is really sad. Aidan, man, I think you should just stop being such a prick and just accept you don't.
Yes. Yes. Well said, bro. Well said, man. Wow.
Right to the point.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's a coward prick. That's all it is.
A little humility can go a long ways, Aidan.
He will hear that, and it will cut right through his heart. And he'll do that hamster face. Yeah, I'm telling you.
There we go. Carl Opel. There. Carl Opel's just educating you as well. The Torah is the compilation of the first 5 books of Moses.
There you go.
Called the Pentateuch in Greek. There we go. Roger Little, thank you for another $5 super chat. He says, "How do you separate the Greek men from the boys with a crowbar?" Oh man, no! Now I've got a picture. Yeah, the Greeks were kind of that way inclined. Thank you very much. Super chat. Appreciate
one
you.
of the terms for that's what going Greek means.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. Okay. I think I'm going to just make it a bit faster because we are a bit out of time. And I'm sure we don't want to do another one of these. So let's just go another day.
I'm telling you that. You said you studied physics more and you use that as your appeal to authority. You're not making a point, Austin. I'm asking you, when did the lie start? Who started the lie? You keep going, well, you keep talking about the Greek. No, when did the lie start and who started the lie?
You're going to interrupt me again because you're getting really emotional. So
I'm not getting really emotional. I've been watching you sit there and laugh and smirk and smug. I think you've been doing it for
because
45
minutes.
So in other words, because Witsit was smiling and stuff at what the chats were saying and stuff, therefore he was smirking and he was being rude. He wasn't once rude to you, man. The only rude person was you, Aidan.
Absolutely.
Even though you're being rude to him now, he's still calm, still talking nicely to you.
It's pure projection, man. He's putting his crap onto Witsit has been calm. How can he say that you've been rude?
Roger Ledwell, I can't get a strike with this because this is based on it keeps to the YouTube guidelines what you're doing. So if Aidan wants to strike, he's going to have a false strike against his name, and that can get his channel taken down.
Ooh.
So I don't think he'll take the chance and strike me falsely.
Polite up until the last 7 minutes, when I finally said, I've been trying to get to the bottom of this for an hour and a half. I would like to know who started the lie and when did it start?
But didn't you guys take 2v1 red herring fallacies and then you act like I'm running from a question?
There's no 2v1 red herring
You want to take a
fallacy.
poll on that? You want to take a poll on did I run from any questions?
I will happily take a poll on
I've
whether
been
you're
really
really
respectful.
what I would like to do.
He's trying to stop him again. Hold on.
You have it for the last 45 minutes. You've been smirking and looking over to the side. We know the whole thing. We've dealt with it before. I've been on Flat Earth shows. I know the way you guys operate. I've asked you a very simple question.
Stereotype fallacy.
Not
Poison the wall fallacy.
Okay,
You
real
should
quick.
never speak about logic. You don't understand.
I understand logic perfectly fine, Austin. What I'm asking you is when did the lie start and who started it? I'm asking you to supply evidence for your point, not, well, some university said, not, well, some scholar said, not, well, it doesn't matter what anybody thought, because it does matter. It does matter that the Earth, what you're arguing is that there is a grand conspiracy at the highest levels of all governments around the world to hide the fact that the Earth is flat. That's a major claim.
He said to hide God. Then you got triggered about that. Just to let you know.
That's a major claim, Austin. I'm
Imagine
asking.
claiming I'm avoiding the question. I've tried to start to answer the question 5 consecutive times.
You haven't. You've diverted to something. All right, fine. I won't talk. I will give you 5 minutes. Talk.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Check it out. Yeah. So I already answered this maybe in the first couple minutes of the first time you brought it up, which is I said that the vast majority of people aren't lying. I didn't choose a certain group of people that intentionally crafted a lie. So I've already addressed that. I said that some people had philosophical motivation specifically at the purpose.
Look at that part. I'm gonna put it a bit slower.
Shape as a sphere. When you keep bringing up the Greeks with their Greek-centric philosophical argument,
Romans.
They believe the perfect shape was a sphere. They believe the perfect shape was a sphere. They had a philosophical reasoning for why they thought that the Earth would be a sphere. Okay, I don't care though, and my point is that it doesn't matter. I didn't say there was one specific group of people that did it at a specific time. The majority of the world did not think that the Earth was a spinning sphere. Even when they believed it was a sphere, they did not think that it was spinning until many, many, many hundreds of years after that. Okay, and all of that doesn't matter because it doesn't matter what the consensus is. Okay, you're asking me who lied. There are people that are propagating the lie now, and I address that, like the government hiding.
Just like it, and we have to pause it for a bit. But yeah, that's very true. It's got nothing to do. What does it matter who and why? No one can divine someone's motives. But cheers, Michael. Thanks for coming, man. Really appreciate it. We should have ended already, but we want to get to where he's going to tell him to just leave. Just give your socials and get out of my show.
Well, night anyway, and God bless.
Cheers, man. Blessings, Michael.
60 South latitude. It just was an idea that spread across, and you have Jesuits infiltrating many different institutions and coming into China and pushing it. That is a very complex and nuanced question. You're trying to pigeonhole me into, I don't understand that this would be such a big lie. Someone would have to keep secrets and all that. No, it's a straw man. Who would have to know that your girlfriend? Who would have to know that my parents were actually adopted parents? Are the church in on it? Is everyone in the house in on it? Is everyone in the town in on it? No, they believe they're my parents. Most people think the Earth's a globe. There are powerful governmental entities that are monitoring above the 60th north latitude and below the 60th south latitude. That's just a fact. So that's why the conversation is frustrating. I try to answer in good faith, bro. I think it's a misguided question. I think I've already addressed it.
Okay, but that's the problem. You keep saying you think you've already addressed it, but you haven't. Because first of all,
Just
you then continue to make.
Just because you don't like his answer doesn't mean he didn't address it.
No.
He literally addressed it now.
Let's see.
His addressing was, it doesn't matter. That's him addressing it. That's what I don't get with these guys. If you don't give the answer they like, then you haven't addressed it.
Yep.
So just because you don't like the answer, therefore you didn't answer. Yeah, okay.
More claims, and you say things like, well, the government's monitoring these parallels. Why?
Well, good question. I mean, like they have excuses, right? They say they want to protect the penguins. They, when the government tells you you can't privately explore somewhere, obviously don't believe their narrative. They brought the Nazis over here who were obsessed with Antarctica. The very next year, we went to Antarctica, and then they came back and said we can't go there privately and freely. And then they also monitor the North Pole and the International Geophysical Year and the Distant Early Warning System and the Northern Warning System, which is still in place today. Which
twitching
is
like a
65 degrees north. They get monitored and it's go through.
Crazy. That face twitch.
He's like, he's nervous as a whore in church.
You can see this is getting to him.
And so why are they? I don't know, brother. I can't go there, right? I just know that you can't freely and privately go there. You can just go on an approved guided tour to one little bitty, a couple islands, and they're hiding something there. So like I don't know why. I would say I think they're hiding the nature of the Earth. I think a lot of evidence suggests that the South is not the same as the North on the globe. It should be symmetrical. But why do ships take so much longer to travel in the South? Why aren't there?
What do you mean? Why do ships take so much longer to travel?
You didn't even know about that. Yeah. They do take longer to travel in the South. But it's not supposed to be that way on your globe.
Real quick. I have a specific question I want to ask. So, genuinely good faith here, and I know things have gotten heated, and I fully understand why. But I want to try and bring it back
to where he's like.
When you're saying that,
I've watched you.
Look, guys, I have to do that in mine as well. I mute them, then just wait to be able to skip them. Then I mute.
Yeah, if you can't explain how eclipses happen, you can't tell me I'm
that was
wrong.
created for you. That it isn't impressive to tout that you believe current consensus that I understand better than you, but since you think consensus agrees with you,
It's not that I think consensus agrees with me. It's that I went and did the math
I'm just going to be
myself.
real with you, man. That isn't impressive, okay?
I'm not trying to be impressive.
What you think the moon is.
Austin,
Dude,
I'm a historian. I'm a historian, and I can grasp this better than you.
Wow. Wow. Remember what I was saying about the hubris?
Jeez.
Wow.
This kind of sounds.
He's trying to.
Yeah?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So it kind of sounds like Sean Hawkins. You guys are just dumb. I know everything. But I'm going to show you I don't know anything, but I'm going to claim I know everything.
Yeah.
He looks more like he's trying to convince himself than anyone else. You know.
If he keeps up that attitude, he will start looking like Sean because he'll get bitter and twisted, and what will happen is his hair will fall out, and then he'll turn into a little decrepit old gadgy.
Yep.
Yeah. What? I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I'm not.
Because you have failed. You have failed. I'm not. So, Austin, this is the other thing that I think is great is that you people never actually bother to look at who you're talking to. You never do. You have no idea who we are, what we believe, what we do. You're just assuming things. No, we're not going to take this down. Because, Austin, I've watched you embarrass yourself for 2 hours straight tonight, okay? I was trying to be nice about it.
Embarrass yourself for 2 hours straight.
Wow.
Look at Austin's face, like, yeah, right, whatever.
Austin's eyebrows. What?
But think about it. How much times? But Austin, think about it. How much times have we heard this nonsense from them before? You guys are just embarrassing yourself. It's like
every time.
Yeah.
Wow. Pride cometh before the fall.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, and
I
look,
would
he
say
got
824.
ripped on this.
So
He's getting
go ahead and check it.
It's all
Run it back.
recorded, so
It
unless you
is.
take it down, the
I'm
world's
not
going
going
to
to take it down. Austin, I'm very
Awesome.
excited. I'm glad we did this because you've run
Okay.
from every question, and now
Now
you
let's
can't
let-
tell
what
me what
actually
the
happened
moon
was
is.
both of you guys were asking me questions, right? And then as I would try to answer a question, the next one would answer a question, etc. And I was just trying to. In reality, I could have been very like, wait, that's a red herring, da da da. But I was just in good faith, following you both around,
weren't in good
answering
faith.
your different questions.
You weren't.
That is what happened. And so to answer your question as to why do I think that they lie, there are many reasons, but obviously we can't privately and freely explore past the 60th south latitude. They could be hiding land. There are many different resources that claim that there are more land. Who knows why the lie happens, but who cares? If your girlfriend's cheating on you, you shouldn't marry her. It doesn't matter why she cheated on you. If you don't walk into a house and see a bunch of bodies and you're like, wait a minute, before I establish that this was a murder, I need to know why these people got murdered. It's like, no, there's a murder. No, I was adopted. No, my girlfriend.
Exactly, Austin. Straight out. Tell him. That's literal great logic right there.
Cheating. Let's figure out why afterwards. It hides God. Geocentrism.
It hides God. I knew it. I knew it.
And yeah, he gets triggered about it hides God. Guys, I just want to point something out. This is a Christian. And he's got an issue that someone says liars are hiding God. That doesn't make sense. Why would you get triggered and angry about that?
We were going to go there. The Bible does not describe a flat Earth cosmology. It does not. We went through it. We went through the details. It doesn't. It's not hiding God.
And then you can watch my latest video. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not,
I
isn't it?
know, Austin, you and I both know. You and I both know who you think is hiding it. We both know that.
What?
So
What?
I'm sick of the
Even Witsit like what?
What
I
are you
was
talking
just
about?
when I heard this the first time, like, what's he talking about? You and I
Yeah.
both know who's hiding it.
What are you can't divine it. What are you talking about, dude? How is he meant to know what you're thinking? You weirdo. Sorry.
Yeah, it's true.
sick of the game, all right?
What?
That's what's got
Like,
me
you
tired.
don't
That's
know
why
me,
I'm
bro.
exasperated. That's why I'm frustrated right now. Like,
you think the Bible teaches a heliocentric model?
I think the Bible doesn't say what shape the Earth is or where
No.
it fits into the cosmos.
Does it say the Earth is stationary?
Who has the religious studies degree here?
Oh, wow.
I don't know what
Here
the
we go
word idea
again.
means.
Obviously,
or
you
what-
Here we go again. Wow. The hubris, man.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
This is, and then you get Aidan that thinks rakia doesn't mean solid expanse. He just says
Right.
expanse.
Right.
It literally means solid expanse,
I
dude.
think you've demonstrated that so many times on videos.
Well, and the fact that he's patently wrong,
Yeah.
and he has this degree in theological studies, well, that just tells me what? Your degree isn't worth the paper you wipe your ass on, right? That's it.
Exactly. Thank you,
Yeah,
Sandra,
man.
for your £2 super chat. He says God will hide him in hell. Ooh, that's a bad one.
Mhm.
Thank you very much for the super chat. Really, really appreciate it. You rock. Yeah, Aidan has some issues to work through. That's
He's full of pride. Without a doubt, there's no humility in him. It's false humility. His kind of humility would probably be he do something good, then he'd go and tell his mates about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Look, I give that person whatever. You know, that's what it seems like to me.
And
That type of person he is.
and the problem is the Bible does talk about that. Do not
Yeah,
be
it
boastful.
does. It does. Don't boast. Don't just do it, and don't. You know what I mean? It's between you and the Lord, and whoever you give it with, just give it in that friendly spirit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Definitely, the Bible definitely does say something about that.
Exactly.
You don't say anything. Keep it to yourself.
Mhm.
Not that words, but I can't remember the scripture. I'll have to
Yeah.
look it up, actually.
Because it means expanse.
No, it doesn't.
It does. Stereoma is the word that was translated as firmament because stereoma can carry a connotation of firmness.
Rakia
on
means
the other
being
hand,
now strong as bronze in Hebrew.
no,
objectively.
it means
objectively.
no. Raka means to hammer out or to spread out or to beat out. Rakia means expanse. It is a noun, not a verb. Okay.
It's spread out like a tent over top of us, like grasshopper
Yes,
inhabitants. Being now strong
yes.
as
Do you know
bronze.
what a metaphor
It's
is?
described as
Do you know what a
molten looking
metaphor
glass.
is?
It's
Yes.
You know what a metaphor is? It's not a metaphor, man. Not a metaphor. It's literal. Have you noticed they've never been able to prove how it is a metaphor, though?
Yeah, absolutely.
But they do claim it's a metaphor.
Yeah, yeah.
Like molten
Okay,
glass.
well
to
then
you?
we don't have to. We don't have to debate the Bible. The Bible doesn't prove it one way or the other.
No, it
You're
doesn't.
the one that got super triggered. You tried to
I
imply the
didn't get
reason I
super
do this is
triggered.
because
I didn't get super triggered, Austin. I got sick of your shit. Okay.
You got
Listen to me
really
being
worked
sick
up
of
when
it.
I said it hides God. I was trying to once again answer in good faith.
But you
as soon as I
weren't.
brought up God, such a
None
Christian
of this
you
has
are
been.
that
None of this has
such
been
a Christian
good
you
faith
are that I
all
bring up that I think something hides God, and you get like super angry.
Because
about
I am
it.
sick of people like you making a mockery of my faith. That is
But
what
you're
it is.
claiming that the Bible couldn't.
Of your
Well, I
faith. And what
question
faith
it.
is that?
I
Well,
question his faith, without a doubt.
Yeah, and what faith is that everybody's mocking? The only one doing the mocking here of Christian faith, mate, is you, because you're misrepresenting Christianity. First of all, you're appealing to Roman Catholicism, and you are appealing to metaphors and calling God illiterate and a liar because you don't agree with God's creation. You're the one mocking Christianity, not us. Literally, you're a heretic. Do you know what that means, Aidan? You're a heretic.
Even describe what creation was accurately.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Did it say the Earth's immovable and fixed?
You don't know the context of
Did
that
it say?
claim.
Did it say the
No.
sun stopped in Joshua?
It says
Did
the
it
sun
say that the
appeared
Earth was
stopped.
made after the sun? How
Again,
is the Earth
Austin,
going around the sun
I'm
if
not
the
gonna,
sun was
I'm
made
not
after
gonna,
the Earth?
I'm not gonna sit
Yeah,
here
that's
at
what I
the
thought.
end of the show. I'm not gonna sit here at the end of the show and go through biblical cosmology for you. I'll happily do a video on biblical cosmology on my
Oh,
own.
by the way, I'm gonna love to wait for that video. You heard that, guys? He's going to do a video on biblical cosmology. So I'm gonna wait for that video, Aidan, and be sure to use scripture, please.
I'm going to sit here and leaf through a Bible in front of all of these people, pointing out the many ways in which this entire idea the Bible says the earth is flat is wrong. You know what the actual scholars on the topic say?
Yeah.
They say that the
That-
Israelites conceived of a flat cosmology.
False. Michael Hauser, I brought him up. Roger, what's that other Roger Lincoln, whatever his name is, well. He has a book on this. They took it as actual. I can bring you many scholars that show they took it as actual, not metaphorical. You, sir, do not even know the things you are talking about. You, sir, there's a word for this. Dunning-Kruger to the subject. He's got so much confidence in this, but he doesn't even know what he's talking about.
Under a dome. What they absolutely in no way ever say is that the Bible itself unequivocally describes the earth as flat.
They literally do. The academic consensus is that Hebrew cosmology, taken from the original languages, describes that. But the what you should be saying is, but they wrote through the lens of what they knew at the time. That's what the academic consensus is. Actually,
that is
the
what the
Christian
academic
academic
consensus
consensus. Okay, so then you believe that the
No.
authors wrote fallibly, but I believe it's inspired.
I believe that God gave people information that was useful to them in terms they could understand.
Yeah, but you know, I don't think the Earth's flat
No,
because
also
of
gotta
people
stop
claiming
that
in the
there.
Bible.
You haven't explained.
Guys, if God created a globe and he gave them he gave it useful to them, do you think that people would have not understood it to be a globe if God said it was a globe?
Of course. Like that.
So in other words, he's saying people were so stupid they wouldn't have understood it's a globe if God said it's a globe.
Why not?
So
God gave Adam all knowledge, a lot of knowledge.
Yeah.
All obviously from the thing of good and evil, but all knowledge.
I mean, the things that some of those people did in the past civilizations boggle our mind today.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And you want to call them dumb.
Yeah, that's it. We don't see them making structures like that anymore.
No, so I
Never.
mean, there's two parts to this. He's calling everybody dumb, and he's saying God lied. That goes against God's character, Aidan.
He's already having a tantrum.
Yeah, just That's all you got to do to him. Put in chat. Well, a woman has to.
That's right, yeah, because you did that.
I called him a child, and he went mad.
Yeah, he went mad. He said he'd leave the show.
That's to control me.
It was funny.
He is a child. He's big behind the ears, guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He gets a little bum fluff on his face, and then he thinks he's a man.
He's got an ego. Have you noticed?
He's
with
very
Glovers,
much. He's very much.
Glovers all seem to have a big ego.
Anti-flat earthers, you mean?
Glovers.
Anti-flat earthers.
Anti-flat earthers, whatever you want to call them. They're all the same.
Yeah.
A spade's a spade.
Once, why you think the Earth is flat?
Yeah.
He's saying what?
No, not saying that.
No, she's fine. She's fine.
We falsified the radius value.
What does that mean? We falsified the radius value? Because I could have opened this entire discussion with the fact that we have film reels from space depicting the Earth as round, not edited film reels, raw film. We have pictures of the Earth. We have.
Do you know you can use film in a studio? You can take photos of a model in a studio with film.
Yeah.
Ever thought of that, Aidan?
Yeah.
Do you know they had actual hyper-realistic models and paintings made for those films?
Yeah.
They actually commissioned actual artists to make those things, Aidan.
Does he actually think that the Battlestar Galactica actually existed? 'Cause we see that, there's this thing that's like as big as, 100 football fields and shit. And it's, come on, Aidan. They've been able to, as soon as they, one of the first things they did, as soon as photography was a thing, people started learning how to manipulate photographs immediately. They found out about the reciprocal qualities of film. Like if you hold an exposure and you've got a person standing in front of it, then halfway through the exposure, if you have a person leave the field, it'll start replacing the image of the person with what was behind them. And you catch that halfway through, and there was all kinds of ghost images coming out. Oh, look, we've had spirit photography. And that's all it was just playing around, manipulating, cropping photos and, take two negatives and crop them together and make it appear like it's, one photograph. Dude, they didn't have Photoshop back in the day. Oh, my God, come on. You don't need Photoshop to manipulate photographs.
No, definitely not. There's ways, of course there is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Thousands of them. You just say they're CGI.
Have you not ever caught them faking stuff? You never looked into it?
What's fake mean?
I'm genuinely asking in good faith.
No,
Ironically, I actually do operate in good faith.
No, you don't.
So yes, I do. I respect that you had the conversation. I know there's a lot of information, and I know you have to make sure it looks like I'm a stupid flat earther.
I'm not as stupid as you think I am.
I'm very informed on this. I'm trying to be in good faith.
You can double talk all you want. You can try and do this thing flat earthers do, where they pretend to be calm and civil while they throw the barbs into the passive language. I'm not dumb. I hear you doing it. I see you doing it. I didn't start it. I asked you.
You didn't say you were dumb, by the way, but you are proving to be dumb.
You are, absolutely. Absolutely, 100%.
You have the capacity to be smart. The problem is somebody just told you you were smart with some bullshit that you regurgitated back and you just ran with it. You're not exercising that supposed smart. So it seems to me that what you're confusing the capacity for memorization and regurgitation of information with actual intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
The actual intelligence is being able to analyze that information and either come to new conclusions or actually determine whether or not this is a cohesive thing that's being told to you. They don't even consider that. They look at it as gospel because of their perception of the person that gave it to them. In other words, well, that guy's a professor. He knows things and he's supposed to impart that knowledge onto me. Well, you don't verify if the knowledge is correct or not. You just accept it based on your perception of the presenter.
Mm-hmm.
We're trained to do that.
Exactly.
Question at the beginning of the show and you couldn't answer it once. Now, I also asked you, what's the moon? How do eclipses work? That's one that you should be ready and willing with an answer, right? How is it that the moon goes in front of the sun?
How is it that the moon goes in front of the sun? Why would that be a problem?
On the flat Earth model.
It goes in front of the sun? It just goes in front of it.
There we go. Thanks, Witsit. Yeah, it just goes in front of the sun. Hold on.
It just goes.
What's the moon?
You didn't think this one out.
What's the moon?
What's the solar eclipse isn't a problem for the flat Earth if it's
Yes,
the moon.
it is. First of all, you're.
Why is it?
See what I mean? He won't let me explain something. Yes, it is. He just jumps in. Let him explain.
But how's that? How's the moon go in front of the sun? That's a problem. Why? No, the moon just goes in front of the sun. Okay. Oh, it's a problem for flat Earth. How? What makes it a problem?
Yeah, exactly. Why does he have to interrupt him?
Well, you don't understand.
Let him talk. Let him talk.
Basic geometry, I guess.
No, I do understand basic geometry, actually. What I'm asking is, what's the moon?
Oh, so you're diverting to not the eclipse.
No. See,
you said what causes
this is called the Socratic dialogue. This is called the Socratic. I know. I don't always get to introduce these concepts to grown adults, so this is fun for me. This is called the Socratic dialogue. It's where we start in one place and we
I know what the Socratic
towards the
method
answer.
is.
I don't
That's
think
not
you
what you're
do
doing.
because again, you seem to think that the only thing the Greeks ever brought to the table was pedophilia. I don't know where you got that.
I didn't.
What the hell? He never said that once.
Yeah. What Scotty Makes Toast said, true, absolutely true.
He says a lot of crazy things in that show.
He's real defensive.
By the way,
about
hey,
that.
Hey guys.
Why is he so defensive on that one point? Now it's twice he said that, and he's real defensive on that one point right there. Not that it was a minority of people in Greece, a small handful of guys talking about it didn't mean the consensus of Greece. He just jumps right on the whole. Oh, you said Greeks made pedophilia. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why are you stuck on that?
He didn't say that. You brought it up. He brought it up.
Yeah, twice.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
There are some
watch
things you
me
said.
again, man. Watch how I came in here, bro.
There
I
are
was trying
some
to be nice.
things that you said that were so plainly wrong that when we tried to address it, you just walked away from the conversation, man.
Okay, well, I think maybe you should watch it again. But I'll tell you, let me say this one thing to you, and I'll get out of here. I want you to know from my perspective, what's going to happen is people are going to be like, why did you let them get away with so many fallacies? Why did you let them talk to you about Antarctica videos that can't be independently verified? Why didn't you hammer down them on the R value and get into Michelson-Morley interferometry measurements relative to periodicity? Because I can get all into it, right? And honestly, I feel like that wouldn't be fair for me to do that. I came in here in good faith being chill. They're going to be mad that I didn't just like eviscerate you guys in terms of debate. And I was trying to actually be very chill, let you guys lead the conversation in good faith. You may not see it, but that's what happened. I obviously know a lot about this. It doesn't even necessarily
that's what I'm
right,
saying.
but I do know a lot about it.
He's right.
I encourage people to read.
He's not, yeah. He took it very chill.
So that's a definite. He's right. That's what. Yeah, like earlier on, you sort of not called him out, but brought up something that he said, and that's what he was saying, that his side will be saying, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? You know?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Witsit normally gets onto it. You know, he gets into them. He talks shit to them back, and he's not just shutting up normally. You know, he's very polite.
He let them say their thing. And how did that work out? Yeah, Witsit, you see, that's the thing. Even when Aidan came into our channel, and we were like, okay, let's just do it without insulting, talking. He started going haywire with us for no reason all the time. And started insulting us and saying we insulting him. And always running back to the previous streams, saying, oh, you guys insulted me. I say, yeah, we had a reason to, because it was 3 streams later, you're showing to be a douche, we're going to insult you.
Of course.
We had a reason to.
Well,
Roger Little, thank you for $2 super chat.
Oh, sorry.
He says, the thing flat earthers do. Thank you very much for your super chat, man. You rock. So, guys, we're going to end it here because all he did for this was just get off, just say your thing and get off our channel. And then he just made that statement.
Well, I'll tell you what's interesting, though, is when there at the end, after Witsit left, he's sitting there with, and he's just pissed. He's mad as hell. And and his friend's like trying to calm him down. And he's like, oh, I just want to hit someone. And I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's the way to be. Yeah,
you guys are all psycho, man. These guys are all psycho.
Well,
I mean,
June,
fucking Craig, all of them. They're psychopathic.
Absolutely, off the nut. Absolutely.
Well, he's definitely scared to debate me, guys. 117 votes so far. Aidan is too scared to debate me. 68% say yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
17% say no, and 15% I just vote because I can.
You know, Aidan's problem. One of Aidan's problems is he's got a lot, like, but he can't take criticism. He can't be wrong. You know, he cannot take criticism whatsoever.
No.
You know. That's, oh yeah, of course. Yeah, oh yeah. I've
See,
got.
the thing is, he's got a what do you call it, inferiority complex. He thinks he's better than everybody else because he's got a big channel.
Yeah, he is. He's got an inferior complex. You're right. Absolutely.
He's been getting ripped apart. Mind Shock is
Everybody.
Robot Polisher.
You should go look on Twitter. Even they're ripping him apart. It's like he's on damage control. He's throwing tantrums everywhere.
All right.
Okay, guys. So, any closing statements? Because I have to go to sleep. I'm tired.
Aidan is a child.
There you go. That's. I'll agree with that. I'm good with that. What I can say is though, you know, because the show kind of ended yesterday, abruptly, so we're finishing it off tomorrow, but it'll be 12 noon, UK GMT. So we'll have it to finish it off. We're having a show tomorrow, and Vicky has put the link in. Thanks.
Awesome. Yeah, guys, do go. It's really good shows. PJ really has some awesome lives and stuff. And do subscribe for him.
Oh,
Get him up to 200
hold on, I think
subscribers. Come on, guys.
I think I've. Hold on, I think he did.
And Dave?
Oh, shit. No, I don't have nothing going on tonight, but you can find me at Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind on YouTube, and you can find me at SSUM369 on the Rumble channels. So go over there, check out some of my past live streams. I just saw a comment somebody did on one from a year ago.
Wow.
That's quite cool.
Definitely.
And Ryan, you want to push your TikTok or something? Yes, okay. Yeah, my name is Ryan.
Sure, but my screen isn't working great. I'm only able to like unmute. I don't even think I can go in there and do
All right. Do you want to promote your?
We should have just said,
Thank you,
okay.
Vicky will put it in. Vicky will put his TikTok in.
I've got all of them. Don't even worry.
Yeah, she's got
Thank you very, very much. And then Dislord, and you, anything to say?
I'll just agree with Vicky. You know, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. It was good to have you guys. Thank you all for coming. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody in the YouTube lands. Thank you for all the super chats. Quite a bit tonight, so thank you very much. Appreciate everybody. If you haven't hit the likes yet, please do so. It does help. Appreciate everybody that did share the shows and everything. You guys rock. So I'll see you guys all tomorrow night. We'll have a pre-show, and then I'm going to be debating on Jaren against FTFE at 10 Central African time.
Interesting.
I don't know. Is it going to be on your channel, Vicky's asking?
I'm going to try again. Hopefully it'll work this time.
If it
We'll
freezes,
try.
as long as it's not as sad as Bob looked.
Last year when it froze, it looked like Bob was sitting with a scowl on his face, wasn't it?
I'm gonna try through this time. I'm gonna try through StreamYard. Maybe it'll work this time through StreamYard.
Yeah, it should do.
Yeah, and then
good.
and then we'll have a pre-show and then a debate, and maybe it depends what's the time it ends. We'll have an after show. But yeah, I'll see you guys then all tomorrow. Many blessings.